Today I'll be spending the next 100 days in Minecraft Hardcore. My goal of this video will be to create a cozy world while not rushing any super overpowered gear, which means we won't have any enchantments, elytras, netherite, or even diamond armor. I build on the side of a mountain, creating a library, farms, and decorating all of my interiors in general to really bring this base to life. So stay tuned to watch me survive and focus on building interiors and having a lot of fun in this world. I hope you'll enjoy the video. Well, hello everybody, how is it going? Today we're going to be once again playing 100 Days, of course. But in this video we're actually going to be switching up a little bit. I'm going to get into mine some wood while I explain. So I was kind of thinking about it the other day, and I feel like I have done like 100 days with, for lack of a better word, some sort of gimmick for like the last, I don't know, 2 years. But I kind of just had the realization, when is the last time I survived without, like, I don't know, any weird gimmick or any weird rules or biome? I don't know, and I figured maybe people would enjoy that, just see me play normal Minecraft. I think as a side thing in this video, I'm not going to be, obviously, I mean, I never do this in my videos, but we're not going to be getting any totem, we're not going to be getting netherite, we're going to be playing just super relaxed, chill Minecraft, focusing on building the best possible base that we can. So one of the things I'll make that the easiest is if we get a pretty good amount of starting wood here. I kind of have somewhat of a plan for what I want to build. I'm not going to reveal it in its entirety, but I'm sure if you guys watched the intro, you saw a little bit of a sneak peek. I can only guess at least. Maybe you skipped the intro. Do we have any intro skippers watching the video? That would be pretty sick. We've got a wooden pickaxe, so now we just got to go ahead and get some stone tools. I'll get enough stone to make a full set of tools, which should be about, I don't know, 9 or something like that. Here we go, 9 stone. Should be enough to make a full set of tools. Pickaxe, shovel, and then an axe and a sword. So we've got the full set with us. I want to build on this hill behind me, most likely. So I'm going to chop down the rest of this dark oak tree because clearing them out as soon as possible would be beneficial, I think. I'm going to allow myself diamond tools. I mean, I do in most videos, but I will probably have unenchanted diamond tools closer to the end. We're not going to rush diamonds or anything either. We can also keep stone tools for a little bit too, to kind of honor the concept of taking it as slow as possible and just playing some relaxing Minecraft. And mining that whole tree gives us, how many logs do we have? 28. That is a lot of logs. I just need some sort of food source to get started. I mean, soon, so we can get it and continue eating and not starve to death. I'm not sure what we're going to use. Maybe it could be wheat, maybe it could be pigs. It will probably just depend on what I find nearby. I mean, let me start collecting seeds, because it doesn't look like I'm actually going to find any mobs anywhere here. I don't know why there's just none. Maybe they don't spawn in dark forests or something. Or I could just be getting unlucky. I mean, I didn't look over like that much land. I do see some coal. I probably won't go too far into the cave, but I'm going to go ahead and grab this. So if we do end up finding a mob, then we'll have something to melt the meat with. Or cook the meat with. I've gotten a couple comments upset when I say smelting meat, which is understandable because it doesn't make any sense. But to me, putting anything in a furnace in Minecraft is kind of smelting, even if it's not true. And while we're down here, we might as well grab enough cobblestone to make a furnace. That would be about 8, so 6, 7, 8. And there we go, we have enough. I could also grab a little bit of copper. I've never made copper armor, but if I'm ever going to make it in a video, maybe this will be the video I make it in. So sure, let's grab 1 vein of copper while we're here. I usually get a bed on day 1 because I want to sleep through the monsters, but will sleeping through day 1 count as rushing? I don't know. Like I said, I'm trying to honor this concept as much as possible, so I think I will count it as rushing. Let's stay alive with the monsters and maybe like hide in a hole or something. I remember my first day of Minecraft, like I got Minecraft in December of 2012, I'm pretty sure. And on my first night, I would watch like all those YouTuber guys of like hiding or surviving your first night, and they like hid in like a little cliff. Anyways, I think that's what I did. I just put myself in some dirt on the side of the mountain. And wow, that, I mean, there's so much nostalgia I remember, but Minecraft was so fun when I was younger, and I still have fun on Minecraft today, of course, or I probably wouldn't be recording it. But it really is 2 different games, and it has evolved so much. And maybe I or a lot of people don't like some of the updates, but overall, I think we can all say Minecraft is still pretty fun and nostalgic. What do you guys think? Leave a comment about it. I also found some mobs. I'll leave the cows because if I do end up breeding anything, I would want it to be cows because they have the leather. And they have beef. It's just a pretty versatile mob since you need leather for multiple things. And we don't want to kill all of the cows nearby because then if we do want the cows, we're gonna have to, I don't know, go super far away and find them again. Kind of the same thing for sheep. We do have 3 pork chops, so what if we melt this really quickly here, just so we don't start starving to death? I guess less so starving and more so not being able to sprint would be the concern. Since we're talking about nostalgia too, and I don't know how common this was back in the day, but my uncle, he played Minecraft, but he would never sprint. Like, genuinely never. I think there used to not be like a... Well, I know there wasn't like a... What is it called? Toggle sprint or whatever? Like, built into Minecraft, but... He was trying to save food, I guess, so he just literally never sprint. I don't know how he fought mobs or anything like that. I don't know. But it was definitely interesting. I just remember having to wait up for him all the time because he wouldn't be sprinting if you're like trying to show him your build. He would literally just be walking at normal speed all the way to where he was trying to go. Anyways, we ate 2 of our pork chops, so we're definitely running low already. I see some sugar cane and stuff like that, but we really need some more food, to be honest. So I kind of want to see if I can find more of that too. And this is a nice view over here. I think I probably have my render distance too high now that I think about it. But my game's not lagging, so I guess it's fine for my computer. I will turn it down either way though. But there's a jungle over there, which I don't think is going to have many useful things for us at the moment. But I'm going to run over to this savanna over here because I'm sure I could find a couple... I don't know what a group of cows is called, so for lack of a better term, we can find a couple of groups of cows. And then we can get some leather and stuff started off. Maybe make some boots. I don't know what we're going to do with it. Just sounds like it could be useful. There's some more sheep here, which are honestly pretty far away, but just in case they're the next closest batch, I want to leave myself with a lot of options, so we will leave them 2 for now. And we could collect some of these flowers because they make for a very good building material, I feel. Just the color that they can add into builds with very minimal effort, I feel like is always worth it. And another pig. 2 pork chops from that one. Oh, and there's actually a group of them here. Nice. And this might be the last one. But overall, 4 more pork chop, which will help me survive a little bit longer. Especially if it's turning nighttime. We're gonna have to hide in a cave. Because I was not sleeping the first couple of days. Yeah, it's been a while since I survived the first night. Because I usually just get a sheep and sleep through it immediately. So it's gonna be... I mean, I guess that's why I do it. Because I'm just gonna have to wait inside in like the side of a mountain. So it's not gonna be very exciting. But nonetheless, we will try it. And I think there's finally some sheep over here that far enough away if I want to go ahead and get some mutton and wool. If we do want a bed for some emergency, we could be able to get it too. Well, we actually can't get it right now because we don't have enough matching wool. I'm sure we'll find enough. There's some more chickens here too. So I can go ahead and get all of those. And while I have as many people as possible because it's the beginning of the video, I guess it's not the beginning anymore, but I'm really trying to make more unique videos and expand my concepts, and I don't know, I just want more video ideas. So if you're listening to this and you have any sort of video idea, I would really appreciate it if you left it in the comments below. Even if you think it might be silly or stupid, it doesn't hurt to comment it down. And I don't think any idea is necessarily stupid, so it would be greatly appreciated since I honestly have a pretty hard time thinking of videos I should do. And maybe there's one that's somebody with a fresh lens could think of and it would be a very fun video. Anyways, leave it if you want to. If you don't have one, that's okay. It is turning nighttime though. I already see a creeper next to me. I think we should go in the side of this cliff right here and possibly start melting my copper a little bit. Just got to finish the wall here. Then could we make a door? Yeah, we can, but I don't know if we have to block it off first. Okay, no, we're good. There's the first door. We can have like a bit of an airlock type of thing, right? 2 doors next to each other. Then 1 last door, triple airlock. And then, you know, we could actually make it so the base goes down. Wait for this idea. This is going to be insane. Let's also get some torches ready. And then could we... Yeah, we could make a slab. Let's use the andesite to spice things up. And then we will dig back towards the entrance here. This is where the crazy part comes in. We probably want this to be like 2 blocks tall because we don't want to feel like we're smushed inside of here. We want to have enough space. Then we can place the first torch on this wall. Oh yeah, I can hold them in my offhand too. Sorry, I could have had you guys see a little bit better sooner. And is this the block? Okay, yeah. So the idea would be is we have... Yeah, this can actually not... This has to be right there. We could even let some monsters in, and then we can hit their feet. They can't even see us. We can even place some slabs. It's like a mini little mob farm. So definitely some good security. I'm not going to spend too much time making this a real base since it's pretty far away from my actual spot I want to build. So we're probably going to leave this and never come back. But while we are here overnight, I think I'll spend my time I mean, I'll probably just be AFK sitting here, but I'm gonna mount up my copper and my food, which will be super helpful to surviving. Okay, it has been a little bit over a day, so we're gonna go ahead and craft the last piece of copper armor I need, which is the chest plate. We can put all of that on, then, you know, we should be a little more protected. We look very orange. And I was mounting some extra lighting, but we have 4 cooked pork chop and 10 steak, so we should have a pretty good amount of food. I'm gonna pick all this up and leave now, though. If I can get the doors as well. Yes, I'm still on the doors. Okay, and then hopefully we can go back and find where we originally spawned in. Just should be over this way somewhere past this lake. I guess it isn't really a lake, though. It's kind of small for a lake. I think a river is more so what it would be. And there's some more chickens and lilacs, so let's grab all of those. The flowers will be a good building block, and the chickens will be very delicious to eat if we ever need them. There's also some more flowers, so I will get those too. We can bring them closer to the... Well, I guess not base, but future base location is more so what it might be. Could we also make a boat so we can swim across this river a little bit easier? Because I do see some sugarcane. If we grab all of it, we can plant it near our base instead. And then start a little bit of a farm. So if we do end up enchanting or anything like that, we'll be prepared. I honestly, if this is your first time watching my video, I really don't enchant a lot. Like, a lot of the time I stay with unenchanted gear. So who knows, maybe I will, maybe I won't. Maybe level 1 enchantments. Maybe it will just be a decoration. Also not able to find the mountain yet. So I wonder if I'm going the wrong way. I don't see a dark oak biome, and it does feel like I've ran far enough to the point where we should have found it by now. I'd say if we don't... Okay, yeah, I was gonna say if we don't see it over this hill, I would say there's a problem. But it is right here, so we're good. There's a couple more pigs. We have a lot of pork chop this video, oh my gosh. I guess that's what I was mainly getting though, since I didn't want to get the cows or sheep nearby. So at the same time, it does make sense. Oh, you know, I just realized something too. I threw all of my wool out for some reason, including the white wool. I don't know why I did that. But since I want to make as much progress as soon as possible and start building so we have more than enough time to build, I think I'm going to start clearing this out, even if it's just with this, like, stone axe. But when we break a stone axe or two, it's probably going to be a better idea to go get at least some iron tools. We're going to have to go mining a cave for that, though. But for the time being, we will use the stone one. Okay, well, I did break my first stone axe, the first of many. So let me pop down my furnace and crafting table, and I will start by crafting at least one more. Like I said, I'm going to get some iron tools pretty soon here, but I can at least use 1 or 2 stone axes in the name of making some progress. Let's also melt our chicken, just so we can get all the food mounted up. Cooked up, sorry. Cooked and ready to eat. I think this is like the 3rd tree I'm doing, so 3 trees with a stone axe is definitely not terrible. Okay, well, if it is turning nighttime again pretty soon here, I think it would be a good idea to go underground and find some iron. I also just failed to break that furnace like 3 times in a row, but let's pretend it didn't happen. I'm also gonna use this little cliff right here to make a chest. And then let's place in some like the farming items that we just don't need if we go underground. Since, of course, we want more than enough room in our inventory for going into a cave. And we can leave the extra food, some extra wood, and everything else should be more than fine to bring with me down there. But I want to see, can we find a cave opening? If I find one fast, I can mine trees a little bit more, but I want to make sure I have a cave to go into when it gets dark. Because we don't have a bed, so... I swear I saw a cave around here somewhere. Is that? Nope, that's not one. That's just a little hole of water. We might have to look more than I thought for a cave, so let me explore. We can mine straight down, which isn't the best way to find a cave, but if we need to, it's definitely an option. But I'm sure I'll find one in a second here. Okay, well, this is the original cave I was in. I swear I saw a couple pieces of iron. Oh yeah, I already got the iron I saw, actually, now that I think about it. Some glow berries, some moss blocks. Definitely good, like, building materials in general. Oh, you know, we also have the copper armor, which is going to be really useful for taking any damage in here. I'll give us a little bit of, for lack of a better word, some wiggle room in the damage we take. We don't have to be as super careful. Of course, so we should still be as careful as possible, but there's more room for mistakes. I don't see any iron yet, surprisingly, which is kind of crazy. It's only copper. And this nook looks like it kind of gets blocked off over here. But not before we find a piece of iron. Okay, it was 1 single piece. That's kind of crazy. And then the cave is a dead end. I did see like a way bigger little tunnel over to the left though. So let me go check that way. My pickaxe did break, but we have 16 iron. So I might just wait here for a second so we can upgrade to an iron one instead of getting another stone one. Because it will only take like probably 30 seconds to melt it up. And by the time we place the crafting table and get the sticks, we're already about halfway there. And now that I do have an iron pickaxe, we can mine a little bit quicker and mine again in the first place. I'm gonna check this other end of the cave. Okay, yeah, it looks like it ends off. I'm sure we could find something over this way, but I don't want to mine too far into the wall. So I'm just gonna backtrack and see if we can go into a different tunnel of the cave instead. And then once this third piece of iron melts, I'm gonna break the furnace for now. And there we go. We can melt more of it when we need to in a little bit. And I guess there's more coal here. We might as well get that because, I mean, do we only have 4 coal left? We might. I don't think I left any up in my base. So it would definitely be worth it to just sit here and mine it for however long it takes. And stock up as much as we can. Okay, I have 41 iron and there's like 2 more veins right here. So I think I'm going to be ready to go up any second now. Just got to finish mining some of this. And then of course, mine my way to the surface or find a tunnel. Whichever one ends up being easier. I'm not going to end up getting any diamonds, but I think that would be a little bit of a jump anyway since of my add that goal this video. Take things a little bit slower. So yeah, I mean, I'm fine with not finding diamonds, of course. We could go a little deeper down if we wanted them, but I don't. And iron will be just fine for now. Let's run past these monsters if we can, though. Oh, I'm missing mining of the iron. I'm dodging most of the skeleton's hits, but I'm not getting the iron I want. With 15 iron, though, I think that's more than enough. So I'm gonna go towards the surface slowly. But I'm still gonna steal all the iron that I do see that looks safe enough to grab. There we go, some more there. And there's actually another vein right here. I just gotta deal with this zombie first. And this is like a huge cave I just got into, so I might save the coordinates in here in case I want to come back. Because I'm sure there's gonna be plenty of diamonds, and there's already more iron in here, so... Oh, I should grab the lapis really quick though, too. We have a second till the creeper comes. Okay, we made it out in time. And the night sky is visible above me if we want to start going up there. It's gonna be a little bit of a hike, though. I did just get back to the surface. There's a skeleton shooting me, too. But I'm gonna continue mining some of this wood because I did put my iron in the furnace just a second ago. So I'm gonna let that melt in there for a little bit. And then we could upgrade to full iron or at least upgrade some of our tools. Which is definitely going to help us mine these trees a little bit faster. Or do some more damage or survive some more hits. No matter what we make, it will be useful. That's the point. Okay, there's another skeleton up here as well. Which is fine. I don't mind that bad. And my other axe just ended up breaking. But thankfully, I can go over to my iron or make a new one, so it's not going to be that big of a deal. We're going to get an upgrade. I'm going to continue mining out some of this forest, because like I said, I want to build as soon as possible and just get something down for fun. Since if we're taking it slow, I feel like building is going to be a priority there, right? I mean, if you're taking everything slow, or not rushing anything, then you would probably end up doing nothing. But the way I interpret the idea is not getting full diamond, netherite, enchanted tools, and then you start building. You know, you take it slow, you build with the iron tools, you have fun, and you enjoy yourself, which is the goal here. But yeah, to be able to see like this mounted from the bottom, we're gonna have to mine out some of these trees to have a better viewpoint. Because my idea, I'll kind of reveal a little bit of it, but I want to have like a curved little wooden entrance. Like I guess you could maybe view it as like a hobbit hole of kinds, something like that. And then I want to have like a circle window, kind of like my mountain-based videos in a way. Those are some of the only ideas I have so far, but I think it's going to end up being a pretty cool base. I can also replant the trees, so I don't mind if I break too many. I would say it would be worse to break too many dark oak, because those are going to be a little bit harder to replace. So I'll definitely be careful about those, but at the same time, we can still replant them, so... It's just something to keep more of a thought on than just maybe like some random oak trees, since they're so much easier to replant and break. But if you planted a dark oak you didn't like, it would be a pretty good amount of effort to break it all, is the point. And we have yet another tree chopped down. The leaves should be able to start... Nope, the leaves should start be able to... Well, I just can't start it there, but I'm trying to say the leaves are not going to decay. Because there's a huge bunch of trees right here we have to chop down as well. So I guess I might as well just start working on those too. And then hopefully we can start building some sort of base here after that. And is my inventory full? Okay, good, it's not. I think we'll break this mushroom for now as well. It just doesn't really fit in here. And like I've said multiple times, we can just replace it and plant it if we want to add one in later. It's better to build with a clean slate, for me at least, than to try to work around stuff like a mushroom that's randomly already there in the middle. And there's actually a tiger forest up there on the hill, which is really nice since I love building with spruce wood. I'll try to build with some dark oak throughout this video since we're in a dark oak biome, but at the same time it is definitely not my specialty, so I will be using some spruce for sure. Spruce just goes so well with other woods too, like the flooring or extra walls. Spruce is the best wood in Minecraft. What is your guys' favorite wood though? Is it not spruce? If it isn't spruce, leave a comment. If it is spruce, we'll just assume anyone who didn't comment their favorite wood is spruce. If your favorite is like acacia, I think someone commented on my video saying their favorite wood is acacia, which there's nothing wrong with that. But I would definitely think that's an unpopular opinion. I don't know though. Maybe I'm in a bubble with my spruce. Well, I'm definitely making some kind of progress, but my axe already broke again. So I'm going to go ahead and make another one. And then hopefully we can finish this off. I think if we break a couple leaves right here. There we go, yeah. Then when we break the rest of these logs, this should all be able to decay. And then we'll have a pretty nice open area, I would say. Which will hopefully be good enough to at least start with somewhat of the base. Maybe the entrance, I don't know. It might also be a good idea to go get the spruce wood. I don't know though. Before we start building, should we? I guess we could, it wouldn't hurt, right? Maybe I will. A lot of iron in our furnace, that is perfect. If we put up a lot of these plant type of blocks too, then we could venture over to get some spruce while this decays. I think I will do that. I would also like to find some sheep where I can sleep though. Where I don't really have to like stop chopping wood, because that'd be a little bit, maybe annoying isn't the right word, but can't find the word I'm looking for here. Well, I did not end up thinking of what I was trying to say, but I did find 4 sheep. Let's kill just enough to get 3 wool. Hopefully there's some left to breed later. If not, whatever. I don't even know if I actually have sheep at my base. But there's the bed we can sleep in now. And I'm going to try and make my way up this hill over to that taiga area. I don't know how long that will take, but hopefully it isn't too difficult. Yeah, it doesn't look like it will be. I'd say we're already like halfway. Well, I tabbed out because I was sending a message. And it's literally nighttime and I'm stuck in the sky. I'm going to sleep because I don't want monsters to like try to shoot me and kill me. But I think I'm about to be at the top of this tree now. I've just got to go all the way back down. And this is only my first tree. I probably want to cut down multiple because I'm getting a lot of wood. I'm not going to bring saplings back. I might just go up here whenever I need wood. Because that seems like it'd be easier than like planting saplings down there and mining them. I don't know. It just seems like it'd be a lot of work. So I might just mine up like 6 stacks of wood, break through a bunch of axes. And then if I do end up needing more, we can come plant them up here and get them on top of this hill, because I mean it's like not that far away, and we could even make like an entrance that comes over here from like the bottom to the top of the base, so it would end up being pretty efficient. And then that way we don't have to like grief our base with podzol or make like ugly huge trees, because usually when I plant it to avoid the podzol I make like these huge like tree stacks. I don't know what else to call it, but I like plant the tree right there with ladders for the podzol doesn't spread. And obviously doing it up here where there's already podzol, we can avoid that, so that would be the thinking and idea behind it. And I think that's like the second official big tree I chopped down. So let's check. I'll show you guys how many saplings and how much wood I have. But I might kind of like skip through and just mine a bunch of trees off camera, because I don't think you guys want to watch me chop down 14 spruce trees. Yeah, we have 2.5 stacks and 5 saplings. That's not bad. I'm going to chop down probably this one and maybe like those 3. I don't know. But I will see you when I've made some good progress. Well, I do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stacks, 9 saplings, like nothing amazing, but I think it's definitely going to be good enough to go ahead and go down there and start forming up some sort of start to a base or something like that. Where is my base though? I guess it's further than I think. I think it's between those trees over there. We gotta go a little bit further past this line and we should be in the general vicinity now. What does vicinity mean? An interesting word for sure. I just wondered the real definition, but I'm not gonna look it up like a bum because I'm too lazy to. But maybe I will sometime if I remember. Anyways, let's keep building. I don't know exactly where I'm going to start the base. So it might be good to figure that out first before I place any blocks down. So give me a couple minutes. I'm going to look around. Okay, honestly, I think unfortunately I need to mine out some more trees to be able to kind of see where I want to build what. I just don't think I have enough space to be able to stand back and look and check the angles and stuff like that to really get a good idea of what is this base going to look like and where should I start or where should the door go, things like that. So I'm going to have to spend some more effort. It shouldn't take too long though, hopefully. I'm going to start with some of these bigger trees. There's also an azalea tree here, so that means I keep falling too. But that means we could mine straight down if we ever really need like moss, because this is a guaranteed lush cave. I think that's how it works. Azalea trees grow right above the lush cave entrances, or something along the lines of that. Because I did actually forget to screenshot where the moss was earlier. Because I know I said I was going to in the recording, but I did not do that. I could probably find my way back to the cave just from memory. Maybe I have a bad memory, but I'm not like 100% certain. And obviously this is really close and so easy, so we could just go down there, like I said. Let's chop it down for now. This tree can go pretty easily as well, I think. Yeah, okay, yeah. We don't need to break anything else for this to decay. And then we just have this left side, which seems like we need at least like 4 or 5 trees, but it could easily be like 14, so let's just get started on that too. Yeah, I'm still kind of down. I just want to show kind of the gravity, if that is the correct word to use here, of the situation I'm kind of in. I mean, this tree is connected to this one, and then this tree is connected to this tree, which is kind of connected to this tree, and then those trees are all connected. This tree is kind of connected, but we could probably sever the tie right there. Again, for lack of a better word, I don't know. I feel like I'm always using like such weird words to describe things, so I feel like I have to like correct myself, but maybe I should just stop doing that. Like, I don't know if sever is the right word to use in terms of breaking leaves off a tree. That's why I bring it up, but I don't know. If anything, I guess it's just funny, so who cares? Let me break some more of these down then right now. There's 2 huge ones right here that can definitely go. I just don't know how many different leaves are touching, so it could be a pain to break them. I need another axe too. I think I've already made like 1 or 2 axes off camera as well. So, definitely have gone through a lot of iron. I'm definitely making some progress too. I don't want to leave you guys in the dust too much, but pretty importantly, I have to empty out my inventory just a bit since it is full now. And definitely want to be getting all of this wood so I can continue stocking up on it for when I build later on. That's a nice part about having to do some, what would the word be, terraforming before you build your base, because you get so much free wood. Because a lot of videos I have to like sit around and mine for wood, which does end up taking a pretty good amount of time, but I mean, I'm still doing that. I'm just doing it with a purpose, which feels better than just doing it to get wood, if that makes sense. There's also some apples and saplings I can pick up here, because why not? Who knows if we'll find a use for them. I don't think we will, but again, you never know. These 3 trees can also be broken down, so I might focus on that next. And then we have a pretty open view of the mountain right here. So now that I've mined out a lot more, as you can see behind me, it actually goes like all the way out to the other point. I kind of want to make the base, I think, extend it up a bit, because I don't want to have it do like start at the very bottom of the ground. I don't know, that maybe I'll change my mind, but that's just how I'm feeling at the moment. And then if we want to have kind of like a, I don't know, like I'm thinking hobbit hole type of entrance, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we would need, I guess, let's tack this up a couple blocks. Should I also make this a little bit bigger? Maybe 7 blocks wide, which would be, I believe, right here. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 8 blocks, so it would be right here. I had to count it a couple times, but I did get it eventually. And I kind of want to build somewhat of a circular dome rim. I don't really know what you would call it, if I'm being honest, but I can definitely start building the idea. I need more oak too. If we could build an easier way to get up there, that'd be very beneficial as well. I just don't know how easy that's going to end up being. More dirt for scaffolding could be nice, so if we just mine some of this dirt in here that we're going to have to mine eventually anyway, that could be a good way to get some more. We can also light up this cave a little bit, so we don't have any rogue monsters showing up. That should be good enough for at least now. And then 40 dirt, yeah, that's good. Let's go up here, and do we do 2 blocks and then 1 block, and then maybe connect them? I don't know, that's not bad. Maybe we put the connector 1 more up, if that makes sense. Like these 3 blocks right here, to give it more of a curve as well. Let's see. I think that's probably a little bit better. I might double check the shape and see if this is kind of what I'm going for, though. I think this is probably better shape before what I'm going for. Honestly, I don't know. It didn't look that good, so I tried to change it a bit. And this wall probably needs to be worked on too, because it just looks pretty weird. Oh, I fell down. Okay. Is there anything else I can do to that, though, to make it look better? I'll look one more time in a sec, but we could also probably make some sort of slabs. I also think I want to be this lighter wood variant too, for this one down here. I think it would look the best. Let's mine out this wall here as well. Maybe it'll help us see. And then let me slack back a little bit and see how this is looking exactly. Like just 9 blocks or something. Okay. I do think that looks better than before, because I think it could look really cool to have something like, I don't know, like maybe some oak stairs. I'm not using spruce so far, which, you know, is a good sign for trying to be creative. And then could we have another axe inventory, please? Yes, we can. Then the other thing I wanted to make was actually some trap doors, because I think it could give a nice effect if we place them. I'll show you guys in one sec. Across this gap. So like this. I mean, does that look good? I don't know. I would think it looks okay. And then for the walls, we obviously need walls for this thing because the whole thing is going to be a door. What if we do something like... Oh, I don't know. This is tough. What if we do the actual log part like that? And then maybe we could have a... I would say that doesn't look the best. It could look... What kind of gives Hobbit hole vibes? What kind of door? I guess we could bring the oak back one more block like this. Kind of cap that off. And then we could have a doorway in. Maybe like a button here. Would an oak door look the best too, or a different one? I don't actually know. Could we place like some trapdoors? No, we already have the trapdoors on the top. Does that look like a good entrance? I don't know if I'm happy with that, honestly. Let me also place a couple pieces of dirt back right here. Just like that, I think, yeah. I would probably want some stairs on these corners too, maybe. And then how does this look overall? I mean, that's honestly not that bad. But then we can make more of the oak stairs to finish the left side of the circular... I don't know what I'll call it. I'll just call it rim for now. Okay, there we go. Then we gotta break one or two of these, I think, yeah. I mean, I hope that looks fine. I guess we could have a row of trapdoors here too to kind of isolate the stairs up from above. I think that gives, personally, me some Hobbit hole vibes. We could make, like, grass overflowing the top of this and almost even like overhanging at some points. I don't know, we could try that too instead of the stairs, but who knows if it'll look better. And then I think something like that, yeah, would be the concept. And I fell all the way down and lost over half my health, so let's heal up before we go back into a spot we could fall in. Oh yeah, it might look better when it is encased in the grass a little bit. I don't know. I wonder, what about like an genuine like whole block overhanging it too, so it kind of is stuck in the wall. I think not a thing, but a block into the wall, whatever. I don't know how to explain it in words the best. I don't know if that ended up looking okay. Maybe it will though. I think it could. Gotta heal up a little bit more too, but yeah, that could be nice, hopefully. And I think we could also redo it if we want to, but for now I'm gonna let the grass grow in, and I think this is pretty okay. Another thing we have to work on is, I assume we're gonna want these pillars to go to like the bottom and then kind of have a little bit of a platform here so we can get up and it makes sense. Because right now it's hanging off the ground, which obviously doesn't make that much sense in general. So if we mine all of this out, we can place in, I think oak planks will be the best block to use. Or I guess we could go into a bit of a... Let's break this. If we use these as the logs outside, we could mix it up. I'm mixing some spruce already in the floor. So if we grab some of that and we make planks. We also need to go get more dirt at some point soon, but I'm going to wait to do that for just a second. And then, oh yeah, I think that will look nice as the floor here. This will also be the railing block, so we need to have some oak going out. This will be the rail, so hit one block up there. And then this will go all the way across. Okay, perfect. That is the concept. This is all the filling. Then these need to go all the way to the bottom, which we do not have enough to do right now. We definitely get started though on one of the sides. Then this one can just be floating, unless we find enough sitting on the ground. But yeah, it doesn't look like we will. Okay, we're officially out of the oak wood. We had just enough to finish it, but we need one more to make it look better. And where is my torch? Let's place a torch on the backside of both these blocks to kind of protect our chest room right here a bit more. And then we got a little bit of dirt from that too, so if we want, we could add more to the overhang, but I'll wait a second until it grows in. And then this is what it's looking like so far, just the main entrance, and I really do like it. Maybe it's time to break this dirt too, and yeah, let's continue building. I think for railing, I don't know if we need railing, but if we do, I think it'd be worth it to try some fence gates first. I don't want the railing to be like too invasive though. I want you to be able to see the base first and foremost still, not the railing in front of it. So let's try that. And yeah, I definitely think the fence looks fine. It doesn't really block it. You can see through it. I really like how this is looking so far. So I'm going to continue building it to my best potential. Oh yeah, the inside of this is completely unfinished as well. We'll have to work on that slowly. I guess we could start by mining out like the base, which would be, I think, to this block. Yes, okay. We could mine it back like 5 blocks. We could even move our chest up here if we want to. It could be like our current base of operations. And I think that's pretty much 4 blocks back. I'm gonna stop there so I can go get some more wood or something, or some blocks. We can also place some more dirt in here to make it impossible for anyone to get up. There we go. So if there is a monster somehow, they can't even get into this area. And then we probably want some more torches to protect ourselves. And if we need oak wood, I'm gonna probably go straight that way. It seems like there's a good amount over there. Do we have any more food? Because it almost looks like I'm running short already. Oh, you know, we could even have an entrance down here. I don't know what we'll have, but I just think having the entrance higher up just makes the base look better overall. Because I don't want this whole area down here included, honestly, in the base. I don't think. We can definitely have an entrance still. This is the main entrance up here. A little patio, walkway, balcony, whatever you might call it. But let me put away some of this random stuff that we don't necessarily need right now. Okay. And let me go chop some wood. Do we have iron on us? Yes, we do. So we can craft another axe if it breaks. And the side goal here would be to get some dirt too. Oak wood and dirt are the 2 main things I'm looking for at the moment. And I think we could take a layer of dirt off this top. My shovel will break, but that will allow us to upgrade to an iron one from the stone one. So overall a positive thing. And after mining this whole little patch, I would assume we'd have like 40 blocks. Again, we've got 52, which is actually more than enough to continue building the base for now. So we're just off to trying to get wood. I mean, I only have 31 wood, but there's not really any more trees to cut down right now. So I planted some saplings. I might look for a couple more, but then I will probably build with what I have for now, because I don't want to go too far away looking for oak wood. Or I could have a staircase on this side going down somehow instead of the other idea, but I don't know. I don't know. It's a hard decision. I guess we could have a kind of like you see on those balconies, but then again, we'd have to mine all of this dirt out. So maybe it's just better to do it the other way like I originally mentioned. Let's also get this floor placed in just so we can have it done. There we go. And then could we place... No, I don't think there's any other decoration we can use at the moment, but we can definitely keep building something. If I get up here a bit too, we could place in more dirt. Like half of the thing could be covered like that, or maybe less than half. Because I mean, there's like no dirt slab, so it ends up looking a little bit weirder if we do too much, I would say. But I think that much looks fine, if I'm being honest. And then could we make an entrance from below now? Maybe if we dig a little staircase or something. I'm not sure. There's my pickaxe. It was really low, so it was bound to happen. Luckily, I have more than if I want to craft a new one, though. So there we go. And then what level do I have to mine this down to? I'm just going to guess that it's right here. Oh, I guess it is right here. That was a good guess. Let's bring down the pillars as well, so we can have a bit of a better base to build off of. This would be the other pillar right here. We could honestly leave those 2 dirt, I think, too. Then for the insides of the walls, I don't know. Let's empty all this out, though. We definitely want a big wall blocking all of this. We could actually mine it back a block or 2 so we have actually some space in here once we do make the room. And then it gives us some free cobblestone and stuff. And then for the rest of the wall and things like that, we could actually just place this here, because why not? And then can we get some more spruce? We can turn that spruce into stairs. And then the stairs can go on the top right here. I need some depth. Continue that wall down. We could probably do that for like 2 blocks, actually. I think we could get away with that easily. Then what if we place... I don't know. Yeah, this is tricky. We need to remove our stuff, though, because this is all in the way. We can put it upstairs, like I said. Let's move this to 3 blocks back so we have more room to work with, too. So we're kind of... This is claustrophobic in here. We don't really have any room to move around. Then, yeah, for the window... Should we continue the stairs all the way down? I feel like we shouldn't do that. I mean, it's definitely a tricky choice. How do we finish this off? Maybe the same concept of, like, the wooden pillars. I don't want to copy the same thing from above, though, completely. Maybe 3 wooden slabs now, kind of blocking off that stair section. Okay, I think we're on to something. Then what if we do a full trapdoor kind of wall right here, just to change it up from the above area. So I guess that would just kind of look like this. It's also turning nighttime, so I've got to sleep. So we did get the kind of doorway finished, but the chest is blocking the exit, so we're gonna have to move that probably as the next thing that we do. I also have to craft some spruce doors. I just failed at it though, but there we go. And then hopefully this looks good. I actually already know a way I can make it look better, but like I said, the main priority is going to be making the staircase up and placing some chests somewhere, because we have to move all the stuff out of this one that's blocking the doorway in the first place. I don't want to make this room too big down here, but I want to expand it enough so there's space to walk around. And then the staircase, I think we could probably do something like you go up on this block. I'm not gonna focus on making it look good yet. I'm gonna focus on making it functional so we can start using it. And then yeah, something like this I think would be fine. Could we make another set of spruce stairs? And then those I guess would lead you up right here, which seems like it's gonna work out for the base setup we're going for. We just need to place in more of the actual floor so we have something to step on. And I guess this side of the base can just be the stairs and we don't have to have anything going over here. And if we do want to, we can go up more, then go to the right and have this little cave section of mine into. But I think this side, maybe we could actually have the chest against this wall, because there's like a natural 2-block gap. And we could take advantage of that to put the thing there. We could also put some stairs on top of this window and then block off. No, we can't do that, okay. If we do that, I guess we could. And I guess we could have some furnaces up there too. As for our crafting table, I don't really have any idea where we could place that in. Can we mine this wall to this block, or is there air? Okay, there's not air, so we could do that. And then I think we could bring... Unfortunately, we're going to use a lot of oak here, but we could put another pillar there. And then, once again, on this corner, we could have an oak log pillar. So then we kind of have more than enough room to place some chests and stuff in. At the bottom of these pillars, we can have crafting tables. And then the floor will, of course, be replaced to the spruce block. So let me get that filled in too. Then we can make a couple of chests. We can make 4 with all this spruce that we have. And then let's convert the birch and we can craft 6 more. And then we can put 3 here and 3 right here eventually. And then we could do the same stair design with the 2 furnaces all the way up top. We could actually make this one lower though, so the furnaces are more easily reachable. And then maybe like a lantern on top of one of the furnaces on this side. Let's actually see that idea to the end to see what it looks like. Let's get some more stairs, place 1 more upside down. 2 furnaces right here, and then we need a torch, and then some nuggets. And then if we just stack up here with some of the dirt that I have, we can place a lantern on like this block probably. And then yeah, that gives some natural light in here, and I think that does look pretty nice. As for the other block, I guess we can finish that off right now too. 1 more furnace, and then to block it off, I think a spruce trap door would look really nice, just on the corner right here. There you go. Yeah, I think this interior is actually really good, and I don't really focus on interiors a lot, so I'm proud of what I did here. I'd say the last thing I want to do is probably get some signs. I think oak signs will be the easiest to read. I did use the rest of my oak for that though. So let's have a cobblestone chest. And then under the cobblestone chest, I'll probably do a farming chest. That's like the main 2 that we're going to need right now. This chest could be wood. And then we could do valuables, I guess. And then miscellaneous. I think that'll be a pretty good setup. So let's put all of our stuff away so we can empty the chest down there. And then we're going to have a much easier time building with all this sorted and built out. I can grab all my wood. It's going to take more than 2 trips though, because I have a lot of it. And then the second trip, we should be able to finish getting all that wood. And then also, we can start getting some of the farming supplies, but not all of it either. Then the valuables, probably stuff like iron nuggets. We could even put mob drops in there, arguably, I think is fine. The clay. And then we have more random wood, of course. Okay, and then we don't actually have a dirt chest. We can just use miscellaneous for that. And then the rest of this is probably miscellaneous and farming. But then we can also break the chest that is already there. And we can actually leave the crafting table though, so we have it'd be more accessible right there. I think we could place a stair here too, so you can kind of go on this stair from either angle. And you can probably place like some trapdoors or something, so when you run against this wall, you're blocked from going too far, so you don't get stuck. Just to make the staircase to as easy as possible to walk up. And I guess we could try to do that now since we have more than enough spruce to do it. So we will need some more stairs and obviously some trapdoors. 20 trapdoors and 24 stairs I think is going to be enough to do this. We could also try and make it look better, so placing upside down stairs would, I think, accomplish that pretty well. I'm kind of breaking the floor though to do this too. I can always replace stuff. And then we need an upside down block here, here, and here. And then for the trapdoors, I think if we place a couple on this railing, they're kind of hard to place, but yeah, that'll protect us from going too far on that point. And then 1 on the back of here, 2 on the back of here. We can break 1 on this block, And then for the top side, I think we can't really do much though, because the other thing is here. But we would probably place a stair, so that holds you in place too. And then a stair right here. I think it would actually fit in 2 slabs as well. Yeah, I think that's a fine design. This could be an upside down stair as well though. And then it would kind of tuck it into the roof here. So I think it all matches and ends up going together pretty nicely. Just for future use too, I could put 12 coal in each of these lower furnaces, so it's ready to be used when we need to. And then this wall is going to be mined out eventually too, so we might as well get started on it. So we can put something more decorative here. All the way to the bottom of the stairs. I guess we could put something there now. I would say try some dark oak to change things up, but honestly, I think that'd be a little too crazy. So let's just go ahead and do some spruce again. And we have so much spruce too, so. And for the roof, we could kind of, like this block is going to be, oh yeah, the block is outside, I was right. So what if we do some stairs maybe? And then they can kind of curve around and then connect up to this. We can also have a slab there, so that ends up making sense, I feel like. And then yeah, I mean, that honestly finishes off this room really well. And then somewhere here, like maybe, I wouldn't say this block because we want this crafting table to be open, but we could push it 1 block to the side with some stripped spruce maybe, and then have a staircase right here, for example, that ends up taking us up to the other floor or the higher parts of the base. So I think overall, this was a really good interior, and I think it all makes sense. Okay, yeah, so that would be a great start to a staircase, I think. Let's try to build a little bit more, though, just to make sure. I need some more stairs. Yeah, that should leave just enough room to have the stairs above her head, which will give a nice look. But then we can still run up the stairs without, like, hitting her head. We might hit her way on the head down. Or, I did not say that right, but we might hit her head on the way down. I also need another pickaxe, so maybe I'll just craft 2 this time so I'm ready in the future. Because we're going to be mining a lot of stone, I assume, for a little bit here. Then I'll probably stop this staircase right now. Hopefully this will be enough to kind of see how bad we'll be on the way back if we go down the stairs. Let me see. Yeah, we don't actually hit her head at all. Unless we would, like, jump and run, but obviously we don't have to do that. And then these blocks could be changed to being the full just spruce planks. I guess we could even place 1 stair here so you can kind of get up a little bit easier and then run across this corner. Yeah, you can run up the corner no matter what because of the 2 stairs next to it, so. But to make it look better, would it look better if we do that? Yeah, I think it does make it look better, so I might as well. But then let me finish the bottom part of this wall right here. Thankfully, it doesn't go outside either, so we don't have to figure something out to block that. Then there we go, it's all placed in. I haven't decided on a ground block though for this interior part on the bottom, which isn't that big of a deal if we don't know, but at the same time I should probably pick so we can place it down soon. And since this is like the bottom of the base, actually I kind of think it could be cool to have the whole ground just be like plain cobblestone. Because you kind of come out from the outside where there's already some stone. We're going to replace this stone with the cobblestone too. Maybe we could mix it in later, but this cobblestone tends... I feel like whenever I look at cobblestone, it kind of looks like patchwork rather than a block that you purposely put there because you thought it looked good. Maybe that's just me though. But I still think it'll be a really nice look for this floor. Just because we're on the bottom floor, it's like already touched the natural stone as the foundation. And then that is what that would look like, which again, I do like. And then you can place in the rest of the spruce all the way up to the top wall. There is some gravel we got to deal with first. I also think it's like too big and wide in here for like what it is. So if we place some stairs, I could kind of lower the roof a bit. And then, yeah, this is kind of the same thing. I guess we could loop it around again, but it wouldn't really match right here. Could loop it around on the back right there. I think it probably looks better without the stairs connecting though, to be honest. So I'm going to avoid doing that for now. Because we could have this wall be something in the future. It's just I don't really know what it would be at the moment. And we can place in 3 more trapdoors as a little wall here to block more of the view. Because there's not honestly really anything going on behind there. But then there's a dirt here still that we can replace. There we go. Put a stair. Does this stair mess anything up though? Because I didn't use a block. It does mess something up. Okay. Let me just get more normal wood because we have enough. Just didn't have it on me. And we need more for the wall too. So there we go. And then I think I finished filling the rest of this stuff down here. Okay, well, yeah, the downstairs is mainly just an entrance, but it is actually done now. And I'll place a second stair here so you can kind of run up the stairs even easier than you already can. I am happy with how that staircase turned out. I think you run up it super easily. We could place a crafting table hidden in this corner. Then to fix some of these random blocks, with like 2 things look fine right there. I mean, it's not perfect, but I would assume that looks okay. I guess we could place 2 upside down stairs and then some trapdoors. Maybe they look like shelves. I think that probably goes over a little bit better. And then it actually does match these stairs right here too. So I'll keep them like that. And then on top of the crafting table, if we want to decorate it a little bit, I think some sort of mechanical utility item could look nice, like a grindstone or stone cutter. I don't know how to make a stone cutter off the top of my head though, I can't lie. So I usually never make them. So I'm gonna have to look that up. Okay, turns out it's really easy. Just need to melt up some cobblestone. I could melt a whole stack of cobblestone. Maybe actually 2 stacks of cobblestone in case we want stone for whatever reason. And then we'll need 1 iron ingot. So while that melts, I can get some of my building materials again. Oh yeah, you know, we gotta go get more oak wood too, right? And a lot of my trees have grown. So it seems like it'll be a perfect time to do that. And how's my food situation? Because we could... Okay, yeah, we gotta melt some of it for sure, but it might be time to start like a wheat farm or something. I don't know where we're gonna build a farm though. We do have our stone. That's the stone cutter. And then right here, yeah, we could place it. It's pretty bulky, but I still think it probably makes it look better overall as a little decoration. For the crafting table, it just isn't there by itself. I guess we could like place something like this so there's depth to it, but then you can't use the crafting table, of course. So I don't think that would go over very well. I'll probably also leave the walls of this staircase as stone because I do like how it looks, and then it'll save us some extra work. But I don't know where the staircase is even going to, so after we get some oak wood, that might be what I want to work on now. The like secondary window or part of the base, wherever that may end up being. We could build one big one right here, and then like another one right here maybe. And then maybe like some farms hanging off too. I've not decided yet. I did end up mining a couple of trees and we're up to a little bit over a stack of the wood now, so I also got some more dirt for scaffolding. I think I'm gonna go ahead and try to go build some sort of like circle window somewhere so that I can have another part of the base. I'm just wondering, will right here be the best spot truly? I think it will end up being fine. I just want to make a good circles though too is my main concern. I don't know if 7 wide will be too wide either, but I'm gonna try. I think this is a pretty good circle to start with, but I don't know, if we build straight up from here, I almost wonder if it will be non-circle enough. So I almost feel like we need to go at least 1 more block out, hopefully. Then we could go up from there, but do we have enough space on the other side to even do that? I think we're kind of running into a space issue, but this is like the biggest part of the base we could build this on. So, and I guess we would go up from here, but this is a massive window for the base size too. So, I don't know. I guess we could test on both the sides. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Then we could kind of, we go up. Yeah, we go over on this block, and then we would go 7 more blocks. And then I guess on this side we would go up 7 now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we would go over 2 more as well, like that. And then this would go over like 7 blocks. And I do think that is kind of what I'm going for, that circle shape. So I kind of edited it a bit, and I think that is the look I'm going to go with. I think that's a good size window too for the one right next to this. So now I've got it connected back, and then I don't know. I think some stairs can make it look nicer too. So if I try to craft some oak stairs, I could go try to place them as well and see if it looks more like a circle or better too. Also, this block is not supposed to be there. And I guess we'd have 3 on each corner. So let me try to place those in. And honestly, I think that looks pretty perfect. That's like exactly the kind of vibe I was going for. So I'm going to expand that now. Then we can eventually connect it up to the rest of the base. I just got to go ahead and get in here in the first place. Then I will start mining it back. Probably starting on the top because I will be able to reach it easier at the beginning. Well, we're going to have a bunch of glass in here. We don't have glass just yet, but we can get some pretty soon, I would assume. So that's the first layer. A lot of it isn't actually attached to the mountain yet, so we will have to kind of pay extra attention to make sure we're not mining out the wrong spots. It shouldn't be too difficult. I'm going to continue doing that. I'll probably mine this like 3 or 4 back to begin, and then we can probably find a way for the staircase to fit in. We can place the glass in, and then we can decide how to decorate the room as well. Something else I want to get started soon are probably some farms like wheat and then cows, for we can make some bookshelves as decoration. And then if we want to have like a sheep pen somewhere, that could be pretty nice. We could get some cool colored wool for the interiors too. Something like that possibly. Then that is 2 blocks dug out, so I'm going to do at least 1 more. Now that it is 3 blocks into the wall, I think I want to start my farm. We can go plant some sugarcane. Maybe we can make a tiny spot for some wheat. Okay, I failed that jump like 3 times, so we're just going to go up the normal way. Then do we have any seeds? I may have thrown them out. Okay, yeah, we have 3. which obviously stinks. Let's make an iron hoe too so we can go over to the shore and plant these. And then I think we should have everything we need right now to make the couple of farms. Oh yeah, we need more food actually, like we don't have any. Let's take the apple and then melt the mutton and pork chops. We can take the stone out. And then stone can go into the cobblestone chest. I also take the stairs down instead of jumping so we don't have to take a bunch of fall damage. And then when I go over here too, all my trees have basically grown, so we could get some more oak wood as well. I haven't really used any yet. Or actually, have I? I don't know if we remember. Oh yeah, we did. Okay. I kind of forgot about that. And I think a good spot for this sugarcane and farm. We could probably do the sugarcane on this shore right here. If we just mine out a little bit of space to run across. We only have 16 blocks. It's going to grow over time. And I guess my shovel just broke. I didn't even realize it was low. And I think this should be enough space. We can also remove the gravel so we can plant more of it. Then, as long as we have room for all 16, which it seems like we do, we can go ahead and go to the wheat now, which I'll probably just make a farm in the middle of the water for. Can we make it 5 wide? Yeah, because water can reach 4 blocks. So, we can actually make it bigger than that too. Like a size like this is fine. We literally have 3 seeds right now, so it does not have to be big at all until we get more. And I did go ahead and plant them down. We're going to have to check back on that as frequently as we can. And then since we're already over here, like I said, I will go ahead and get some of these oak logs that have grown, because we're going to be using them to build for the rest of the video. I haven't really used any spruce yet, so I'm proud of myself for that, but I definitely want to build some more of the structure out of some actual spruce too soon. But a lot of the outsides look good as the oak blocks. It just kind of fits the theme of the video too, I think, but I don't know. And it helps that oak logs just naturally kind of match spruce. I feel like they go together really good naturally. But something like dark oak and spruce, like they already have kind of, I feel like they go together sometimes, but it's a lot harder than just like an oak log goes with spruce so well. And the trapdoors. We also had a really big oak tree grow right here, which is going to take a second to chop down, but I do want to get it out of here. Well, I've mined a couple of trees up here. I just got 2 more apples, so I was actually out of food, but now we're at just about full. We don't have any extra though, but we have some in the furnace, just not on me this second. I'll probably go and get some more seeds from just breaking the grass over here, since I'm gonna need more, definitely. Or we're gonna have to grow that farm from like 3, which would take forever. And if we just spend a couple minutes getting a bunch of this off the ground, we could have like a full farm, which would of course make everything go way faster, and we can start moving some cows or sheep or whatever we want over to the base. I don't know where exactly we're gonna have them, but we could probably work on that area next, as well as an official farm area possibly. I just don't know where I want it in the base, or if I do want one, so I'm gonna have to think about it. But since I need food, I figured I might as well start one, even if it's outside of the base. And then we'll have plenty of seeds when we do end up starting it. Okay, I have not been breaking these for long. We're already up to 15 seeds. I'm gonna try to get to like 20, I think, then I'll go plant them all down. I don't know how much longer that will take though. Okay, there's one more. 17, 18, 19, and... Okay, I finally got 20. That took a pretty long time. So I'm gonna go back to the wheat farm I made in the water now, and this will hopefully get like at least half of it filled in, if I had to guess. I'm also getting pretty low on food, so the next step is definitely gonna have to be my furnace to get some of my meat that I was cooking. And then for we can cross this gap, we can place like a... Yeah, there you go. Trapdoor will be fine. Mobs will be able to get over, but I don't really mind. Because we could place a trapdoor too. But for now, it's good. And we did get a little more than half too, so I'm gonna wait for that to grow now. I can also check for any apples that fell. Nope, no apples, but there are a lot of roses. I keep thinking they're apples. Alright, 7 mutton and 4 pork chop will hold us over for a pretty good amount of time. We have to eat 2 mutton off the bat though, just to get back to full. The saturation is way better too. Actually, I could probably keep the wired flowers in my inventory because we might be able to use those. So now that the farm is going, I guess we can continue building this thing and probably deciding on a spot for the other ones, but I might do that in a couple days instead. We could mine this a 4th block back, I think. That might be a good use of time. A pickaxe broke, but I do have another replacement in my inventory ready. And I did end up getting this whole thing mined out before night came, so I'm gonna go ahead and sleep, and then we're gonna continue working all of this. Yeah, it will be a tough choice on how to decorate or finish this room up, but I think a good first step would be at least getting some sand so we can get some glass placed in there. That might help us a little bit. And there's definitely some near the shore right here that I could steal. I'm gonna try and make it so the water doesn't flow all over the place though, just mine the blocks behind the walls, blocking it in. 30 sand already is a lot. Like, I think if it gets stacked, that'll be more than enough to build a couple of windows. So that's honestly my goal right now. And 1 stack of sand, so I'm going back with that. I can go ahead and put that in a furnace. We just need 2 more coal to be able to melt the whole stack. There we go. Then I want to make my staircase link up, which should be pretty easy. I think we're already at like the right height, so I can do that in just a minute here. But first, I think the floor could be spruce again. I did this in a previous video is what I mean by again, but... And then the walls could be something like stone brick. I bet could be pretty cool. I hope so, at least. And then there's kind of a tough choice of, should this technically be a floor block or a wall block? I guess we could like place more of a floor here and make it wider, but then it's gonna be like sticking out right here, so that just won't really work. I think it's gonna be a wall block though, to answer my question. It's just, I don't know, it's because it's a tricky decision. I guess we could make it a floor, and for it doesn't jump up quite as much, we could actually use like spruce stairs. So that way we do have some more room before it jumps into the wall part. We could even do 2 layers of those spruce stairs too. But then the downside of that is you can't really place as much stuff like on these walls or decorations. So maybe 1 will be good enough. And I assume the entrance will be somewhere like right here, so I can mine like a 4x3 hole. I think will be good enough for now. And then let's do the stairs on this side too. And how much gold do we actually have? That might be something I want to check. Because if we are going to use stone brick for the walls again, probably want to get melting as soon as possible. I don't know if we have enough coal. Okay, we do have enough coal to melt it up. And I forgot to place the sand in there. Oops. Let's put another full stack of cobblestone though in the furnace. We'll do that in the stack of sand. And then while all of that melts, we can go ahead and continue, I guess, mining out the wall where we will place this stone brick in a second. And we should have like 2 stacks of stone in the chest anyway, so we could get that and start placing it in immediately. Which might honestly be a good idea. So let me go grab the stone brick I do have, which is a little under 2 stacks because we made the stone cutter, okay? But again, that is going to be enough to at least fill in some of this wall and make a start on it. And then we can kind of restore the natural shape because it won't be air blocks anymore. We can finally use the stone brick that will be placed here. And then the very top I cannot actually reach, so let's make some scaffolding. So we'll be able to do the roof as well in a second. And then to get up here, we can just attach it to here for now. And we'll break all this after, of course, but I need to be able to reach these blocks to place in the stone brick and break the stone. And then, yeah, these will be placed in as well. And then all the air is actually blocked up now after that. And for the very top of the roof, if we actually go and get up somehow, maybe through this tree, I don't want to place too many blocks or like grief it. So this break will be do place. Okay, these blocks up here could actually be brought with some grass. That will give it a good look too. And we can do this corner. We want to be staking out of the mountain, this wood part. And to have this nice green grass on top of it is going to make it look better either way. So it's good for multiple reasons. And now that that is done, let's finish filling in the roof and the walls with the stone brick we have. And it is going to be more effort, but I kind of want to make this 5 blocks wide instead. I think it'll give me a couple more options when I go to do the interior and decorate it. So I'm going to, as quickly as I can, mine that out and place in the stone brick as well so it can just be finished. And then the wall behind it is probably going to be stone brick as well, so I'll try and do as much of that as I can too, starting from the top. But we're going to run out of stone brick here pretty soon. But if I do the top first like I am, it should probably help us avoid having to do like a whole scaffolding again, and we can just break this after. As long as I get enough of this filled in, which I think I will. It looks like I have enough. Well, my pickaxe broke, so let me make another one. I did also run out of the stone brick I was placing back into the wall. So I think now I'm going to connect my base to the other area so we can get back and forth a little bit easier. Since I'm pretty sure we have nowhere near enough stone right now melted in the furnace. We gotta wait a little bit longer for all of that. And we can hopefully start melting some more. There's also some cobblestone on this wall, which would definitely help that too. So we can mine all of this really quickly. And that should be the rest of the coal. I'm gonna note down the coordinates and then, like I said, connect this up to the other area. And then hopefully melt more cobblestone with all this stone we have, or of the coal we just got. You can put them in 2 more extra furnaces, so we'll have 3 stacks of cobblestone melting for now total. And it looks like there's, or not looks like, but it sounds like there's a baby zombie somewhere. I'm not sure where though, so we'll have to dig and find it sometime so the noise goes away. There's also more coal right here, so we could grab that quickly. Looks like just 2 more blocks. Okay, I kind of mined out a little bit of a space here. I think this is the right Y level compared to the coordinates. And then we can take a little bit of like a break right here. And then once again, the stairs can continue going up if we need them to, but for now, I don't know if we will. But we can dig this 3Y tunnel to hopefully meet up with that room. But I'm going to check the cords again before I mine a bunch of stuff out just to make sure I'm mining in the right place on the right, I don't know, just on both the coordinates. Oh, and it looks like I met up with it, and it is at the right level. Okay, good. We just gotta finish mining this all the way to the end too. And did we get, okay, yeah, it's on the right, I don't know what that would be referred to as, but the right like X or a Y, Z coordinate, as well as the Y coordinate, all three of them. And then we just gotta mine the rest of this tunnel out, which will take a second because we only have an iron pickaxe, so I figured so we could spend less time mining and more time building. I should probably go mining soon, just to maybe upgrade to like a set of unenchanted diamond tools. I think it could be worth the time that it takes. And I can also finish placing some stone brick on this backside wall, in the side wall. That zombie also sounds really close, so I don't know where it is. It must be above me, honestly. That would be my best guess, at least. I don't know. Oh, it's below me. Okay. I'm just gonna finish it off. Unless it finishes me off first. Okay, there we go. I might run out of stone brick before I can finish the walls. But I did make some more good progress with the stone that I did have. We only have a couple of blocks left now. I want to make sure I place some torches in all of these new areas that I'm building, but I just don't have quite enough on me, and I don't really know a good spot yet. We could probably place like a lantern in place of these torches when we get them. I'll just leave it like that for now. And in this hallway, we can probably place lanterns hanging from the ceiling. It's gonna make it so like you can't jump, for example, but we do need light, so I think it's worth the sacrifice. I think to close the wall off a bit and add some more shape, we could probably add in some stone brick pillars on these edges right here. Then it kind of turns this into more of a square. And in my last video, I put kind of like some high up shelves, and I think that could look pretty good if I did it again. So I think I might try. You'll also need some trapdoors, I think is what I used last time. Just kind of take it all the way across and then make it like a true shelf. And then the stairs are there to make it look more round, so it isn't just, I don't know, a straight line. If it was a straight line, it would not look as much like a shelf, I think. And I think it would be really cool to have some leaves in the middle right here. So maybe if we took these middle blocks and added some more room to walk, that could also make a bit more sense. I guess we could kind of curve the room a bit too and do that for these blocks as well. Definitely interesting, but it will give us a different shape, which overall should help the build. So let me do that on this side too. Then we need the stone brick, which I think, like, I'm not out of it because I can craft more, but okay, then these 3 blocks too, and then that for both these sides duplicated into the new design I just made, which definitely looks a little bit weird, but I think it's okay. We could probably make this a stone brick stair to kind of ease it in more and make it look a bit nicer. I think that's the part that's making it look kind of questionable, if I had to guess. So let me try. I mean, it still doesn't look perfect, but I'd say that's a bit better. I'm gonna leave the stone there if it looks better too. Or replace that with stone. Even if it looks weird from the inside, I'll take that sacrifice. And then these lowesters being here kind of helps round all of it out too, so I like that. I need to replace this floor still though. That's like the one thing I have left in this hallway. And our glass should be done too if we want to place that in. So we don't have to like obviously run through the front anymore, so placing the glass in shouldn't slow us down since we're done going through that way. Oh, and I have the glass on me actually, I did not realize that. I'm just gonna make it full glass panes for now. We can get more if we want the other version. And then we'll place the glass panes into the window. Oh yeah, we have to go harvest the farm too. That's something I've got to keep working on. So the sooner we get it established, the sooner it's all going to keep growing. And that'll be the next thing we build. I got to remember to do that too. After I fill these in, I will look for a spot that might be good to build it. Again, before I look for a spot to build that other thing, here's what it looks like with the glass in the build so far. Definitely nothing amazing or special, but I think I'm on to something good. I'm going to continue with the same kind of style and have a couple more windows and that farm area I was talking about. Well, I kind of had an idea, so I'm going to start building it. And if it isn't good, then I don't have to go through with it, but I think it will be end up looking nice. I just have to make sure I don't build it too big too. And then right here, we can go ahead and jump down. Then we can bring this all the way up. We have just enough spruce. And then I'm not going to reveal what this is just yet, but I'll have to mine all of this out too here. Let me make sure it's looking good before I do too much progress. Yeah, I think if we actually do it 4 more blocks up from here and that bottom part is the base, it would actually look a bit better. So I need to get more of my spruce wood. I do think we have more though, so it shouldn't be too big of a deal. And we have 1 more stack. Okay, maybe let's use this stack, but then it's probably going to be time to go ahead and get more spruce. So it looks like we've ran out of our spruce reserves. I think 4 high will be good enough, but I'm going to build across a little bit, then check before Or I guess we could put it all the way then check. And then on the off chance it doesn't look good, we need another block, I can just break it. It won't take too much longer. And that honestly uses up like the rest of my spruce logs, which we should be done with mostly now anyway. And it's hard to look at the angle here, but I think that is what I'm kind of wanting from this. So I'm gonna jump down. And then in the middle here, we want the floor to be grass. So let's start building that and filling that in. Oh yeah, and these borders too, if we want fence on the edge. Unless we do like double slabs actually, then we could keep this like weird design, I think. Well, I should probably just tell you what this is for. This is going to be to hold some cows in a pen. I guess if we do have that type of fence though, like it would avoid us having to place another block. But at the same time, it would also make it so you literally can't see the cows or whatever else we end up putting in here. So I think it's going to be a better idea to add an extra block to connect all the fence up with, which is what this slab will be for. And then all the rest of the blocks can actually be dirt. There we go. Now all the blocks can be dirt. We got to mine this back. Hopefully a couple blocks. I don't know exactly how much, but we want some room in here for the cows to actually be. So we got to move it back at least a block or two. All right, I just dug out this whole wall. So it's all even now. It's like 3 blocks back from the first block. I don't know if that's enough space. I could do one more, which would be a bit of a pain, but at the end of the day, I guess that's more space. So I should probably do at least one more. And I might even end up doing more than that. So let me do that again really quickly. Okay, I just finished. I mined this wall out a bit too, so I could have some wood here with fence on top of it. I think that would look pretty cool. And then other than that, this should be big enough to start at least. So in order to get all the cows or sheep or whatever is going to be up here all the way up here, I'm going to make a huge dirt staircase all the way down. That seems like the easiest way, but I don't know, maybe there's an easier one, I don't know. There could be mobs on top of the hill, which would be easier to bring down there in the first place. But we would still need some sort of staircase, I assume. Oh yeah, this is going to be really long. Maybe I should try this strategy from above first. But in order to lure the animals or have them follow us, whatever you would call it, we need to get some wheat. So let me go over to my farm and see if that's all grown yet. And hopefully we can also make these stairs meet up to that room, so it's easier to get up to there too. I guess we could bring the animals through this house, but that seems like a pain too, so I'm really not sure what I'll do. Let me put away all my extra stuff though. Yeah, because I'm running out of food quickly. I only have 3 pork chops left, and that's if I stop taking a bunch of damage and don't lose extra. Even if running there and back is probably going to cost me a pork chop. Oh yeah, I needed more spruce soon too, right? So there's a lot of little maintenance things I have to do. So maybe I should start on some of those. First of which is checking the wheat. And we do have a couple pieces, but so that means we can at least like start getting some cows or breeding some stuff, but we need to make this way bigger. So I need to find a spot to build a bigger wheat farm too, as soon as possible. And to do that, we'll need wood. So let's collect all of this oak. And then we can go get, I'll probably get a little bit of spruce after that too, just to get it out of the way. And some of the sugarcane has grown, so if we kind of run by here, at the bare minimum, we could grab some extra, but we probably want to replant some too, just so we never really need it. It's better to have too much than to have too little. So let's plant it against the shore. Now let's kind of mine this out too again, so it's easier to run past and get all of it without bumping into these walls. And we get some free dirt and sand, so it's kind of like a win-win. And then that should be plenty of space to plant the sugarcane. Oh, and an apple. Hopefully we get a couple more of those, and then that could actually help us wait to have to get more food too, which would be really nice. I also have to remember to replant all the saplings once the tree falls, so we can continue farming the oak throughout the 100 days. Because it seems like I've picked some pretty good spots for trees. Maybe we won't replant this one, because it grew pretty big and there's kind of a couple nearby, but sometimes it also just happens by pure luck. My axe is about to break, but I think I got all of the oak trees. I think another one grew behind me, but I might have missed a couple down here actually. Yeah, looks like a really big one grew though, so I don't know how easy that's going to be to chop down. Okay, there was one more wheat that grew too, so we can replant the rest of the 3 seeds. So that farm is now full, and whatever other seeds we get from, we can probably just keep for when we get the cows. And we have 7 wheat on us, which means we can also use that to, if we do find cows or sheep, we can bring them towards a pen area or up those stairs once they're done. But since we kind of went through this area, we have 4 apples. I'm going to try to hike up to the spruce area again. And then maybe we can get like 4 or 5 more stacks of spruce wood. I can throw out this gravel. And we can probably throw out 7 sand for now, honestly. Then we have 9 stacks at least. But like up to 10 stacks free for the wood we might be able to get. I don't think I might get that much, so that'll take a while. We might run out of food before we can get that much. Oh yeah, I think that's where I went before. Like to the left, looks kind of empty. So I can only assume that's where I just chopped trees down from a little bit ago. Okay, so I got a lot of wood just now, like 6, 7, basically 8 stacks. And I think I'm gonna try to connect up the staircase so I can get into this farm area. Okay, it is gonna take a while to connect the staircases up, but I think to start I kind of have to mine this up. Probably like 15 blocks or something? I don't know. I'm just gonna start and get to the Y coordinate I need to be at, which, like I said, is going to take a second. So I might as well get started on it. Okay, then I did mine out. Let me show it off. Like this whole little loop around all the way down to the stairs. I'll place all the stairs all the way up here. There's a little 3x3 thing for now. But these should be the correct coordinates. I just have to mine straight this way, and then we should be able to connect up to the other entrance right here. I might just take a 1Y tunnel in case I got it wrong, because I definitely have gotten my coordinates wrong before, so I'm not gonna assume they're right. Let's also get my torches in my offhand too. Mine out this corner, and then yeah, there we go. This wall is not even then, never mind, whatever. And we have officially made it through. Let me place a bunch of torches throughout this place for nothing spawns in here, and then we can continue mining this out. But for now, I also made this little, I don't know what you would call it, the railing or doorway. And then what we can do with this is basically just get some trapdoors, and then when we do bring cows or anything up here, they're going to be trapped in here. Trapdoors are in the middle. There we go. 4 of them. We only need 2 or 3 for here. And then we can make this actual fence as well, but we're going to need some more sticks and stuff like that. Let me make a bunch of trapdoors first, or fence gates, I guess, sorry. And then we can make the actual fence, which is more blocks. Looks like I can't actually make that much. Or no, a stack and a half, that's actually a lot. We can probably finish this entire thing with that. Let's try to place it all the way on here to the very end. And then we can have a little 1x1 hole where this temporary little staircase might be. I don't know if that's what we're actually going to use to get the animals up still, like I said, but then here we could place some oak for now just to connect it. Then we need more dirt on the ceiling. I think that's what I was just going to put there. Doesn't have to be anything special. Okay. Then we do need torches. So we could kind of just place one every couple blocks. What if there's a 2 gap in between each one? That's what that would look like. Which probably isn't enough lighting overall, but I'm sure we could hide some in the ground somewhere too. So I'm not too concerned about it. I also got a lot more cobblestone for mining all of that out. So let's go ahead and mount 2 more stacks of that and refill our coal. We also have like 2 stacks waiting up here for us, which I can take out. And then I'm going to put the extra cobblestone back in the chest just for now. And I guess we can make more stone brick. Did I end up finishing this room with all the stone brick we needed? Okay, I guess I did. We need the campfires and barrels up there still on the shelf. Then we also probably want... I was thinking of having cauldrons with leaves here and then 3 bookshelves in the middle. It's like a little library type of thing. So I guess we could maybe do that if we have enough iron. Which I definitely don't have enough. We have 3 in the chest and 9 on us, so we'll have to wait at least a little bit for that. Let me put my single stone away. I don't want to carry around 1 stone. That's kind of inefficient. I do have my wheat on me still. I'm gonna go check the wheat over here and see if more of it's grown. And then I might go to the very top of the mountain, and then I'll try to see if there's like a cow we can get to like follow us all the way down, because it'd be way easier to bring it from the top to the bottom than the bottom to the top, if that makes sense. This is also what the base is kind of looking like from this angle. The cows are going to be off to the side. There's going to be another big rectangle window right here, I think. Maybe a balcony type of thing, I don't know. I also don't know if any wheat is going to be grown because it hasn't been that long. Oh, we actually do have some. Which will also be more seeds. We don't have a farm yet, but that's one of the next kind of important things I want to make sure I do. Alright, there we go. 11 seeds extra, that is not bad. 10 seeds extra, because I didn't plant one back, oops. There's also a little bit of sugarcane we could go ahead and steal. And then we could take the extra sugarcane and go continue planting on this beach. And that is basically all of it. I mean, we have 1 more on us we could try to place. Well, now we have more than 1. This might be good enough to just continue harvesting whenever it grows. So there's, I mean, right here too. Okay, fine. I'll place a little bit more. All 4 of these pieces. And then 1 more wheat has grown while I was doing that. So we have 14 wheat total. Also running out of food, so I kind of wonder... I guess we could craft a piece of bread. I kind of want to save the wheat for when we breed stuff though. So do we have any food up here? We need a wheat farm so bad, but it's also not like my #1 priority. Maybe it should be my #1 priority though. Yeah, we're out of food. We could honestly kill a couple cows and that would give us steak, which is a really good food source. So let me go see if we can find any of those up here. And I guess I'll just make a little scaffold stack. I don't know. And hopefully we can find our way around the side of this mountain. It's gonna be so hard to get a cow down from here even though. I mean, it'll probably be easier like I said still, but still not gonna be super easy. Oh, I hear pigs, which we can kill on sight because we were not keeping them or planning to breed them. But if we can find a cow up here, that'd be great. I'm gonna have to eat a piece of bread or two at least, because I just don't have any food. Oh, okay, we have our first cow. Let's try to bring it down. And let's see how difficult it actually is. Maybe we have to make like a tunnel instead. I don't really know. This actually is not that hard so far, because the mountain goes down like naturally. I bet we can spleef it through the roof. Yeah, it's not coming to me. I don't know if it lost... Okay, no, it didn't lose interest. It just couldn't fall that far. Can it come up this cliff? Oh, we're kind of losing it a bit. Could it come this way if we place one block here for it? Cow just has to be really careful because it could fly off the cliff so easily. Okay, and then we can get it up here. So then we just need one more and then that's actually pretty easy. Okay, I can go get another cow in just a minute, but first I'm going to put my pork chops in our furnace where we can have at least something to eat. And do I have more coal? I guess I actually don't, so I probably am going to need to get some more. But for now, I think we can melt like a stack of dark oak where we can get some charcoal. Well, I melted up the rest of my food. I already ate 2 pork chops though, so we have 2 pork chops left. I'm going to see if that's enough to go ahead and go get another cow so we can have 2 in here and start breeding them. Okay, so I have my wheat and a cow. If we could get this cow in the pen, then obviously we would have 2 of them we could start breeding, like I stated before, but hopefully it's not too hard. I think my pen is genuinely like 20 blocks away though, so it should be just as easy as last time if I can get it to keep following me. Okay, looks like it's down here to the left a little bit more, but I think my position is still fine. Looks like it's trying to avoid... Oh, okay, never mind. Can we break the roof and just spleef the cow in there? That would be the easiest thing to do. And okay, we did it. Let's feed both of them now. Okay, I went ahead and bred them, but my particles are off, so there weren't any hearts a second ago. And then we can keep coming back up here and doing that. I mean, yeah, every time we remember to, honestly. And I don't know if... I kind of want to get diamonds for a pick, but I don't know if we should do that now or in a couple minutes or what. I might wait to do that. I'm going to break this first so we don't have a random dirt staircase. And then I think I'll probably go run and get my wheat since we do not have any food. We have 2 pork chops left, but... Oh, but it sucks because we also need the wheat in order to breed the cows, so we don't really want to use it. Maybe I could chop down oak trees and maybe get some apples, because that could help hold me over once again. And there's actually 2 more trees I gotta chop down right here, so... I didn't get any apples yet, though. I did want to go caving, but I can't really go caving if I don't have any food, so... I might try to harvest my wheat and see how much I can actually get. And maybe we can get some pigs from the top of the hill again. I should probably also feed more wheat to my cows so they can continue breeding over and over again. I kind of forgot to do that for a minute, but nonetheless, I've done it again. Then I want to go to the top of the hill and look for more animals, like I said. I mean, worst case, maybe we'll find like 2 more cows and speed up this breeding process a bit. Best case, we find some pigs and get a bunch of free food. So I don't think it hurts to at least try, because we can't go mining with 1 pork chop. We're just going to die if we go down there. But yeah, like I said, I do want to upgrade the diamond tools. It's just I kind of need some food first. 1 pig so far, which is not bad. Oh, 1 more cow too and a sheep. Let's try to take the sheep and the cow over to that pen down there. We could separate them later, but I'm down to have both these mobs in there. And can we throw something out? Our inventory's full. I guess I didn't know that. There's another pig up here too, so I'll definitely come straight back once I get these in the pen. Oh, there's another pig right above me too. I can't take my axe out. I mean, I guess I technically could if I put the wheat on my offhand, but I don't need to do that right now. And where is the farm? Okay, right over here. This is a good spot to bring them down at, honestly. Oh, no, wait. They might be too high up. No, they're following me still good. And can I jump down? Did I lose the cow? Nope, we did not. And we did lose the sheep, but the sheep is stuck there anyway, so we can get it down in a sec. And then push the cow in. Good. Okay, it didn't fall on the fence. That's also a good thing. And then let's spleef the sheep a bit. And then you go in there too, sheep. Yes, you can. And then let's block this up. Okay. None of them are going to be ready to breed because we need more. I mean, there's 1 sheep, of course, and then the cow. We already just bred them, and there's only 2 grown-ups. So we're not ready. So I'm going to go look for more food still. I saw at least 2 more pigs. That's going to be an okay amount of food, hopefully. Oh, one more cow up here too. And I swear I just saw another pig somewhere. Maybe not. Well, since we're so close, I might as well bring this cow. Gotta bring it to the right quite a bit though to get above my farm area, so hopefully it can follow me without too much trouble. I mean, there's a pretty nice pathway right here naturally, so let's break this open. I stopped holding my wheat, unfortunately, so we can try to push the cow instead for a minute. Okay. They're in the pen, so let's breed the other 2 cows. Okay, there we go. We must have done it. I should probably turn my particles back on too, if I can actually see it. But I honestly think we're doing a pretty good job of multiplying them already. We have like 6 in there when the baby cows grow up. 6 cows already is not bad at all. And we need at least 1 more sheep if we want to start sheep farm. So if we find one of those, I'd say bring it back. But other than that, we can probably stop bringing mobs into the pen and just kill them when we see them. I hear a pig somewhere nearby. I don't see it yet. Okay, there we go. How much pork chop do we have after that? 5. I just ate my last one as well. Oh, there's a sheep here, yes. Let me bring this back really quick. And I can bring the sheep down this same path that we got the cow done on pretty easily. And then if we hold the wheat in our offhand, we can more easily mine a hole for the sheep to fall in without having to lose the interest of it. Then just have to push it in, which, okay, yeah, it was not that hard. And then let's feed both of the sheep. Okay, can they breed with each other? Okay, yes, they will. So now every single mob we see, we can just take it down on sight for food. And I did fall down, but that's okay. I will go back up there and finally get some food to be able to go caving with. Okay, another pig. So we have 6 pork chop now. Another sheep. I guess we could take it down, but I don't have much mud on me, so I might leave it for now, honestly. If you find a cow, though, I'll get it. But I don't know. I think we could leave sheep in case we do want to come get a different dye or a piece of wool. I also forgot to empty my inventory. I guess I haven't really been back to my chest, but we can definitely throw out some gravel and the leaf litter. So now if we do find a cow, we should be able to hold the beef and leather without getting a full inventory. And we can eat this apple, so now we have 3 slots open. There is a black sheep right there, but no pigs yet. And yet another pig. Hopefully it drops 2. Okay, we have 9 pork chop total. That is really good. Ooh, and yet another pig. Hopefully there's more in this area too, though. Now we're up to 11. It is also turn night, so I'm going to sleep in a second here. Oh, there's a cow over here too. Nice. 2 of them. So there's 2 cows so far. There is monsters that spawned in, though. Or there are monsters that spawned in. So, it means I gotta be a little bit careful. This skeleton's about to kill me. If we get lit on fire, we're literally gonna die here. That was really close. Oh my gosh. I guess we have the raw beef and stuff we could have eaten, but still, I think it would have been pretty close to dying. And we can kill this spider if we're really careful. And then there's a couple more cows and other mobs want to get in this area. And can we carry the bone? Yes, we can. We can drop an arrow for it. I'm about to not be able to sprint, so my main goal is to get back to the base then so we can melt this up. And then, oh yeah, we're going to be able to get back to it. But yeah, and then go mining. So let me try to do that. You cannot sprint anymore, but I haven't taken more damage, which is a nice bonus. We can take a harder damage. Oh, I didn't even take damage. Okay, good. And then let's use 2 of our furnaces to hopefully melt up the 14 and 10 beef, and then let's empty out my inventory as well because this has gotten pretty full. I'm sure we can put some of this stone away too. We really only need a stack of cobblestone just for building blocks. The rest of the stuff is pretty useless to me at the moment. And while my food melts, we could take some of it out the furnace to heal up to full. Then we could take the 11 wheat and go check maybe if our animals can be bred again, because I feel like it's possible that enough time has passed. The sheep took it, the cows took it, then the other set of cows took it, so... Or did they not? I don't know. Are they too far away? Wait, now they're gonna breed, okay. Right? I think so. I mean, either way, yeah, we're expanding the farm slowly, which is the goal. We're done at 5 wheat too, so we should probably go ahead and go check our wheat farm in a second here. We could take our beef with us and go do that now, actually. Maybe we can have like a water we can jump in down here, because I feel like every time I jump off... Because I have been jumping off because, I don't know, just because it's impatience easier. I've been taking fall damage, so that's obviously taking away some of our saturation and making us eat more food overall. I guess we could also get some oak wood and maybe hopefully some apples while we're over here. We'll just let some of these trees decay. And do we have... We don't have saplings, so let me leave the bottom block so I don't lose my sapling placements. Because these have been working fine to not grow super big trees. So for that reason, I'm going to keep them so we can hopefully keep it that way. But if we cut down the rest of it for now, we should get some saplings that we can replant, because the leaves will start decaying. Okay, those trees are decaying now, but how much weed do we actually have that has grown in? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, 8 more pieces isn't bad, and we have some more seeds, so that's 13 total. I guess I might as well go ahead and grab all the sugarcane, just because some of it has grown again. And if we want the bookshelves to decorate, well, I guess I already said it, but you know, you can never have enough, right? And just from harvesting all the sugarcane was only like too high in most of the places, or all of the places that I remember. We got over a stack, which makes like 21 paper, I think. No, it's 3 each actually. So is that a stack of paper? I don't know. It might be a stack. I guess I would have to test if I really want to know. Let's test it. How much does a stack of sugarcane make? 63 paper, okay. And we definitely have enough saplings I've dropped now to replace these stumps with the saplings now. So I've got to go through and do that. I guess we forgot one here, but that's okay because the dirt is still not grown into grass. So we can see easily where it was. And then that should be almost all the trees except this one. Did this one already grow back? I think it did. So I would have cut this down already. And apple check, we have 0 apples from all this. So a little bit unlucky there. Or maybe not. I guess apples are pretty rare to get. Ooh, there's an apple. I'm not going to wait around here just for apples, though, because we have all the saplings replanted. And that was kind of my goal, and to check on the weeds, so we can just leave. I mean, I got the 1 apple that I already ate, so. But then after we take all of our food out, in total, we have 7 steak and 14 cooked pork chop. So this should be enough to go caving then. Let me get ready to do that. Let's just put away some of our wood. We don't need glass right now. We don't need fence gates or fence. And yeah, I think we're good now to leave. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. Oh yeah, maybe coal. That would honestly be the only thing left. Do we want some torches, which we do actually have already? I guess we could just craft some more torches before we go. Okay, then we should be able to leave the coal in the furnace here. Now let me find a cave then. Hopefully we'll find some diamonds before too long. And I'm honestly just planning to get a couple extra. I'm not going to upgrade my armor yet. We can probably upgrade to iron armor, but just having the diamond tools will make it so much easier to mine this stuff out. It's still going to take a while, but it will at least be sped up. We won't have to craft new tools, nearly as often. So I'd say we're definitely not rushing. I mean, diamonds, it's almost day 50 or something. Diamonds are not that crazy of a thing to get. I could stick the whole video with iron, but I don't know. Would you guys thought, would that have been a cool idea? Leave it in the comments if you think so. Because, I mean, I could have done it. I don't need diamond stuff, but like I said, it'll make things a little bit quicker, so that's why I'm doing it. We have 16 wheat total, 7 more seeds. And by the time we're up, we might have like 5 more wheat if we're loading these chunks. Well, I did find this pretty big cave down here. I might have a little bit of iron already from this tunnel behind me, but hopefully we can get a lot more and some diamonds, which is the main goal here. But I definitely want iron and coal as well if we can find it. So I will be grabbing as much of that as I can see. Let me get a new pick, because mine did break, unfortunately. I had like 2 durability left, I guess. Another patch of iron. It looks like this is a vein of 10. Nice. And the cave definitely goes deeper down. Like there's some iron, deeps of iron there specifically, but I'm gonna look this way first a little bit before I go further down to see if there's another vein of coal or maybe some diamonds sitting around in this area. Just want to make sure I'm not missing anything first. And it doesn't look like I really am. So I guess I'll just grab this iron and continue going downward in the cave. Because the deeper we go, the more common diamonds should be. Oh, there's some lapis right here too, which is useful for enchanting. And it gives us some good XP for mining it. If we do end up enchanting anything, which I don't know if we will, like I said, but some iron as well. There's more iron in the ceiling, but I don't think we need iron that bad to stack up and mine it from the ceiling. So I'm going to skip it. Also, that could have been a bad fall, so I should probably be a little bit more careful. Multiple more veins of iron, but still no diamonds yet. So hopefully it doesn't take me too long. But yeah, there's definitely been a lot of big veins. We're at 43 iron. We could get some glow berries as a secondary food, but I'm just gonna hope we're out of the cave before we use up all of this, because we have a lot of food on us. I mean, we're in that big mine shaft now that I saw earlier, so we might have some better luck with diamonds up here. Maybe, hopefully. Oh yeah, and this huge pool too. Yeah, I see at least one. It's usually pretty easy to spot the diamonds in these pools from experience, at least, so hopefully we can find a couple then. Starting with this one. Okay, I lost it for a second there. And how many is it? 1 so far, 2. Okay. 2 total is not terrible. And doesn't seem like there's a 3rd. Okay, that's fine. Let's swim around just a little bit more and see. I don't see any on my backside. Could be missing something though. So if we go deeper down this way, are there any more diamonds? Not that I can see. We are running out of oxygen. Okay. Oh, there's a 3 vein down here. We have to place a door though. I can't get greedy. Oops. Okay. But yeah, let's go get those 3 diamonds then. We have half a tank left. And right here, hopefully it's more than 3. If not, we have 5 total, which is still a very good haul of diamonds so far. Okay, we can break around a bit. I don't see any more there. Oh yeah, more in this wall too, good. Oh, and more down there. Okay, this was definitely a good idea to come in the water cave. Because this has not taken me very long at all, and we already have, what, 7 diamonds, okay. Not bad. Not bad at all. I see 2 more at least down here and some lapis. I'm not sure if I will get the lapis. I guess it might... I don't know. It depends how much I have. Yeah, be 58. I'm good. I'm not gonna get any more. Looks like that's it for this vein. And one of the diamonds flew down here. So let's actually go get it. Oh, did it burn in lava? Yeah, I think one of them fell and burnt in the lava from the water trail. Which isn't like the biggest deal ever, but of course it's pretty sad. I'm kind of scared being down in this huge area with so many monsters without iron armor at least. So we definitely have to be careful. Can we get these guys to explode? Oh, whoa, 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 we're about to die from the skeletons. Okay, let's go hide in the wall and make some iron armor so we can upgrade and be a little bit more protected. And then if we just mine in here a couple more blocks, we can block the entrance up too, so no one can break in or knock the door down or anything like that. I'll place a torch. And we don't have a furnace on us, that's okay. We can definitely make one. And then I'm just gonna wait here in FK, and I'll get back to you when the iron is melted. So I don't really have much of another option. Just kind of have to wait here for a second. What did I just melt? I guess it was only a single block or something, so probably a... Yeah, it would have been a stick. I don't know what it was. Well, I do have some iron, so I'm gonna start crafting at least while I can here. Got a pair of iron leggings now, we can put that on. We can make some iron boots and a helmet, then we're actually out of iron, but we're melting more, of course. If I could like dig a little trash bin, then we could also throw the old copper armor away and clear our inventory a little bit. Have some of this like azalea stuff that we don't really need. I will keep the seeds though, because those are actually gonna be pretty important. Then we need enough for a chest plate, but I might melt a little bit extra, and then when our tools do break, we can just turn them into a diamond one and upgrade them instantly instead of making more iron for now. And we have a chest plate. Like I said, I'm gonna wait 1 extra second. And were there more diamonds around here? I already forget. Okay, there's one in the ground here, but there's also 2 creepers. Diamond's gonna get exploded actually if they explode here, I think. Okay, they're both dead, whatever. 2 diamonds here. Ooh, 3, 4, 5. Oh my gosh, this was a big vein. 6. Nah, we're not gonna get 7 though, but 6 is crazy. We're up to 14 after that, which is probably even more than enough to go up right now because we're not planning on making diamond armor, but I will maybe go for a tiny bit more just so we can avoid probably coming back down to a cave again. We might need more iron though too for like lanterns and cauldrons, so I should probably put a little bit more of a priority in getting some more of that too, because I've been skipping it now, if I'm being honest. But now that I think about it, we probably want to get as much as we can. And another 3 vein of the diamonds. Okay, that's good, because usually it's not that uncommon for them to be like only a vein of 2 down here in these cobbled deep slate areas. Deep slate, I don't know what you would even call it. Just when you get really down into the caves. And I'm gonna backtrack to some iron right here for now. Okay, we're up to 23 diamonds now. I'm gonna go to the surface with all this. On my way up, I'll try to get some more iron if I see it. And if I do see diamonds, of course, I'll grab some. We could also probably go out of our way to get these skeletons to have some extra bone meal laying around for like the farm and stuff like that, or maybe like a tree if we really need it. We made it pretty close to the surface, up a tunnel or 2, and I have 63 more iron and like 5 melted. So I mean, not a crazy amount, but I do want to go up, so I'm gonna try to do that, and then we can always come get more iron if we really need it, because it's a lot easier to find than diamonds anyway, and it doesn't take as much time because you don't have to go like way down into a cave in the first place. Now I'll just have to find my base. I could check the coordinates if I really need to, but I might try to just find it by walking around really quickly. I don't know how hard that's going to be. I guess if we go on top of the trees, that'd be the easiest way to find it. Okay, there's a forest fire. And I'm back, and it is raining, but I don't think we're loading much of the chunks because I don't think any of this wheat has ground. I mean, like 3 pieces, but... which does mean we have a total of 19 wheat. So let's go feed this to the cows and the sheep up in our little pen that we made. And I can put my leaves away in the chest, wherever it might be. Right here, 57 total. Definitely a good amount. Let's melt or iron tune one of these furnaces. And I'm just going to quickly get the cows and the sheep out of the way so we don't have to worry about it for a bit. And there we go. All of them should have wheat now. We can bring them all closer together though, so we make sure all of them do end up breeding. I think that's the most we can do. If they're not breeding, then that means they probably already did and they can't. You know, if I could borrow the idea from last video, I don't think it'd be a terrible idea to make another like floating kind of like farm type of thing. So let's get some spruce and see if I could try that. I want spruce stairs. We need more oak logs, hopefully. There we go. And I've just got to get back up to the spot I wanted to build at. Some dirt for scaffolding would definitely make that easier too. So if it looks bad, I will break all of this. But I'm not going to take the exact same design from the last video I did, but I want to kind of, like I said, borrow from it a little bit if I can. So there'll be stairs holding up some sort of descending platform here. And it will end probably somewhere like right here, honestly. Maybe. Does that look good? I don't know. I think that'll be fine. And then the oak logs will stick one block out. Then we'll have a bit of a gap. We want the farm to be big, of course, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think will be big enough. And then we bring these out to the same width. And we once again kind of have this stair, which is supposed to be holding it up into the air. And then kind of the same depth effect. We could do stairs right here on the ledge. Or should we have another one that goes up? Or is that too much? Or maybe a full layer of stairs in the front. I don't know which one will look better, but I can test. And then this, with the design, would be the farmland. I'm gonna have to see how that looks though. And then we could of course break this back like a block or two. The floating tree above is gonna make it look really cool too though. Something like that, I guess. Yeah, something like that. I don't know exactly what though, because I can't really get to look how I would want it to. Maybe we can have another one somewhere too, but we kind of need wheat, so I'm gonna go through with this design. And if it does look bad, I don't know. Like I said, I can break it all, don't mind. I'd rather not, of course, but I'll do what is necessary for the best base. I want it to look as good as I can make it. I don't know if the dirt looks good floating up there. We place like some stairs and slabs of stone to kind of make it less abrupt, maybe. I don't know. Guess something like that would be the idea. Maybe this could be a piece of stone. This could be real stone, and then this corner could raise it one more each. I mean, that definitely looks better, yeah. I would say we replace this with stone too. I think that would end up fitting the idea and concept a little bit. And then we could make some lanterns and hang them somewhere. I think this is the middle block. I'm not sure exactly yet though. Yeah, we could indent this wall. Just slowly have it go like this. Then we can have some extra farmland hiding here. Maybe an entrance from the bottom. Something along the lines of that. Just like this. I think that looks nice, yeah. Maybe a stair like here instead, but yeah. Overall, it's looking really good. And this is going to be somewhere we can plant wheat. It's not too big, which would be the only downside. But again, it adds to the build and it serves a purpose. So at the end of the day, I would count that as a pretty big win. And then from the front, 1, 2, 3, 4, we would have to place one water block like here, and it should get the entirety of the farm. So if we want to make a bucket, I could bring that down to the water and the wheat, and then we could bring some all the way up here, and we could also get our seeds and then plant all this in. And then after that, I guess that priority may be connecting a pathway to get up to it, just for it's a little bit more accessible. And then let's look at a little bit of a base view. Oh, this is a bad angle, so we're gonna have to get a new one, but you know, it's slowly coming together. We have more and more stuff getting built up. I do have the water, and then we can get 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wheat. Not bad at all. So we're at 16 again total. And then I gotta remember to get the seeds on my way back up there before we plant them on that farm. Or before we go up to the farm so we can plant them, I should say. And here's the full stack of seeds, which should be more than enough for the farm over there. I'm gonna go up from the pen area because I have a feeling that would be the easiest way to get over there. Oh yeah, we could build a tunnel from this side too. Just gotta kind of build myself around the ledge. Oh yeah, that will be an easy way to get over there. It's gonna be a long tunnel, but it could also end up leading to whatever we make in the front. And I might wait to make the tunnel before, because we're gonna have another rectangle type of shape somewhere here. And I probably want to have that first before we make a huge path. That could be going through the middle of something else we build. But that is fine because these will take a while to grow anyway. And we don't have to have a like real tunnel to come up here. It just makes it easier. Let's place some torches on those corners hidden a bit. We can place a torch hidden under the water, hopefully. Just would need to get a way to block it off and let the light through. I think the easiest way to do that would be a trap door. And okay, that is doing the effect I wanted to do. I mean, it might be a tiny bit light, but either way it is light, which is going to help monsters not spawn in. And then the stack will be more than enough to plant in all of these spots. So we'll have a full farm growing. And this will be a good amount of wheat when it does all grow. The first thing I will do today is... Oh, sorry, I don't want them to get out. Is breed my sheep and cows. I still need to turn particles on. Let me do that. Okay, I did fix it, so you can see all of the hearts again. Thankfully. Which makes it a tiny bit easier, but it doesn't change much overall. And then, can I see... I might empty my inventory. Or, you know, I won't empty my inventory yet, because I want to kind of build something more right now. I guess we can just start building somewhat of an outline for the huge rectangle window I wanted to build. I mean, that's the only way we're going to get it done, is if we start with something and then fix it from there. I also was thinking on this little ledge, I guess we can't really see it. So let me just get in a better position before I can tell you guys the idea. Like if we build another like wood outline against the mountain this time, and then have like a 5 tall like huge glass window to look out on everything through. If that kind of makes sense, I think that could look pretty nice. I also love the dark oak, like the darker grass and stuff here. I think this biome was a nice place to build stuff. Could we... Where should we start building this? Let me think. So, what if we started off something like this for now? I don't know how good this would look again, but I just want to test. And this block, I believe I did something like this. I have to break the 2 dirt, though. There we go. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is a really big window, but... And then this would be, would we go up right here? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2. And I believe we would go over again. So let me see if that looks good. Yeah, I wanted Quake Pro to see easier, but I think we actually want this to be a little more rectangular, right? So why don't we shorten these sides by 1 block like this? Okay, other side can be shortened by 1 block as well. Just gotta get those corners right again. Then I believe, yeah, all of these would be broken. And let's build it up one more time, all the way to that same area. And I also want to strip all this spruce, so we could probably start doing that now. Okay, there we go. Fix my FOV for you guys too. I don't want you to be poisoned by the Quake Pro. So it looks terrible, I can't lie. Did anyone like actually playing Quake Pro when they were a kid? When they played Minecraft? I know some people that use like 30 FOV and some crazy stuff like that. Like, how did we even do that? At this rate, they might have just been lying to me. I don't know. Okay, that should be the rectangle finished. I just gotta check. Does it look enough like a rectangle? And I need to pick up all my wood. I probably wasted too much time getting over here, but this is what it's looking like. And I do think that is what I'm going for, like the huge rectangle. One thing we need to change though is I kind of want this to be... I forgot what I was even going to say. Oh yeah, stripped spruce, yeah, but I'll go do that in a second. Then it should match everything else a little bit better. Because right now it kind of sticks out since it's not stripped logs. I'm also running out of food very quickly. So I think it's time once again to go ahead and go check my farm over here. Or I can see if maybe we have some more wheat grown in there. Which hopefully we do. So we could eat some bread. But again, like I said, we need it for the animals. So we don't really want to be eating it. I guess we could go search for some more like sheep and pigs up on... I guess we could go search for some more like sheep or pigs up on that hill though. That might be the best thing to do, yeah. So we only got 4 wheat from that. We can't be eating bread. We would just... Our farm wouldn't be able to keep up. Okay, we need to make the indoor thing too. That can now be the staircase once we get this outline in the inside of that finished. So, I mean, yeah, I'm just slowly connecting up the whole base, which is really nice. I'm making a lot of progress, I feel. And we still have plenty of time to build so much more stuff. So let me take it one step at a time. Let's start melting some more, maybe cobblestone, so we're ready later to use stone brick. Because that's probably what we're going to end up using pretty soon here. And I would like to be prepared for that when the time does come. And can we make the cauldrons for this room? Just to place them down to see if we end up liking that. Okay, 1 on each of these sides. Perfect. Yeah, I think the bookshelf with the leaves will... It's going to look like really good in here. We don't have leaves right now, of course, but I can definitely get some at some point. And then we can start on all the corners by stripping these logs. Just gotta make sure I get all the blocks. And I'll have one more check to make sure I like it before I start actually terraforming the hill around it. But I don't see why I wouldn't, so I think we're probably good to go. And there goes my iron axe. So like I said before, we can now upgrade to a diamond one. That is our first diamond tool. And I think they have like 6 times the amount of durability. 7 times maybe? I don't know the exact number, but it's a lot. That's all you need to know. Okay, I keep accidentally placing torches, so we're taking them off my offhand for now. And the outline is now done. What will the inside block be? I guess up here would be stone brick, right? That's what we're doing. And then here we could have the hill come out and block all of it to kind of have like this really nice grassy overhang or something along the lines of that. Yeah, there we go. And then this would be filled in with more dirt. Oh, okay, this is really hard to build on. I just fell all the way down, but I can finish it there. Okay, perfect. That's one side kind of done. I think I need food and stuff though, so I guess it's on the top of the hill if I want food though, so I should go back up. Then we need to get dirt from the chest, but I don't think I have dirt, so I could honestly go get food and mine dirt from somewhere over here. I can also block that in, but I guess I'm missing a piece of dirt to be able to block the full thing though. And I gotta sleep before mobs start spawning as soon as I can. And my search for some meat has started. We can't be up here too long because we don't have any food in general, right? So we're just gonna run out and not be able to sprint. But hopefully we can find a good amount in that time. Or maybe even some berries. Yeah, wait. We found some berry bushes in this biome right here. There's mushrooms for mushrooms too. I don't know if I want to go that far though. I guess we could grab a couple just in case we find some red ones. We want to stay out looking longer. But nothing crazy. Okay, 11 is going to be enough if we find some red ones then. I don't see berry bushes yet. But I'm going to keep looking a bit for them. I think mobs still spawn in taigas too, so it doesn't hurt to go exploring that yet. Because we haven't explored in the taiga over here for food. I think I skipped it earlier when I was over here looking. Because it was a little bit too far away. Some chickens would be a fine food source. We got another pig. And hopefully this will all hold us over this time until our cows and sheep get bred in the pen down there. And then also maybe even our wheat could sustain us and all the animals. But I think that's pretty unlikely that would happen. Okay, yeah, kind of run into a pickle then. Why don't we melt the 5 raw mud in? And then that will probably be enough to last us until we're done hunting down animals. So let me just wait here for that till it melts, I guess. Okay, I just ate 3 and we're full hunger. Just gotta wait for the other pieces to melt. And I guess while I'll do that, we can throw out some of these random blocks we don't probably really need realistically. And there we go. We got 2 mud and left. Now let me run around. Hopefully we get some good luck with some animals over here. I see another chicken. And my sword broke. I was about to make an iron one, but I kind of forgot. I'm upgrading to diamond tools when my tools break. So there we go. That will make it a little bit better for damage. But I think we already basically one-hit kill everything. So I don't know if it's going to help too bad. But the durability is what matters. We don't have to replace it nearly as often. Oh, I'm at the ravine again, so I guess I kind of went in a circle. I did not mean to do that. This taiga is so big, so we have to find berries somewhere in here. But then again, berries aren't even that useful. I just figured we could eat them a little bit to hold us over. The real thing we want are animals, so that is what I'm going to focus on looking for. I mean, so far I've not found any animals, which is pretty underwhelming. We gotta continue looking for a bit, but I don't know where all of them went. Maybe I should switch biomes. I don't even see berries anywhere either. I'm gonna go back into the dark oak forest, because I was having a lot more luck there, and it's also like see any animals, so I'm assuming they probably have to spawn a lot more calmly in this biome in the first place. Honestly, I have no idea what happened to all the animals. I feel like I haven't found anything. I mean, I see a cow and some sheep now, but where are all the animals at in this biome? I guess just as I say, there's like 4 animals right here, so whatever. There's one more hidden somewhere, right? I don't know, I see a cow. I'm going to the cow instead. I swear I saw another sheep though. I'm gonna loop back to my base because I think we're pretty far out to the right. So if we go straight and left, we should eventually get to the front of our base again. And all these should be chunks I haven't really looked in before, so the idea is that we'll hopefully find some new animals and get some food. But maybe that is not how it's going to go in practice. 4 more sheep here, though. How much money do we have? 9? That's definitely not terrible. 1 more behind me, too. Oh, there's 2 cows across the river. I'm going to go get them. I think it's worth the trip. Because, I mean, that extra leather is going to come in handy, too. Alright, we're up to 5 leather and 11 beef, so I guess we got kind of unlucky in the leather department, but 5 leather is 5 leather, so I'll take it. And now we need to backtrack quite a bit, so let me continue going this way. Ooh, another pig on my way home. I'll take that for sure. Up to 9 pork chops. We have such a good variety of food. I'd rather have it all in the stack, but I can't be picky at this point. Hence why I'm taking every single mob I see now. Like before I wasn't getting chickens because I was being picky, but we need some food to last the rest of these 100 days. Oh, there's like 5 mobs here too. Oh my gosh, let me get all these cows. Oh, there's at least 4 cows here. I wonder if we'll get a lot of leather from them. I mean, I count up to 10 leather as a good amount of leather from like 4 cows, yeah. I think we were at 6. So 1 per. I mean, I don't know the drop rate, but that sounds pretty okay. And I just ate the last piece of cooked food I had, so Ideally, I will be able to get back to the base soon. I gotta check my coordinates in a second, make sure I'm going the right way, though. Oh yeah, and here's my base right here. I did end up finding it. We could go over to the wheat farm first, honestly, before we go back to the actual big house part, just to get some more wheat. Oh, also my water shaders are like off right now, so that's why it looks so weird under here. Guess I forgot to turn them back on. I was testing something for a different video a couple days ago. I didn't realize that till just now, though. I guess I really haven't been underwater at the same time, so I don't know when else I would have realized it. Okay, that's like 3 more wheat, I think. Okay, we have some more stone that has melted. I want to get out of the furnace and into a chest. And then can we mount 2 of these stacks of food? We can. Let's put away the extra food in a chest just for the time being. And then what do we kind of do next? Do we have more wheat in the chest? Oh, I don't have more wheat. This is all the wheat I have right now. Okay. We need more stone brick to go build the outline of that thing above me. So let's maybe get ready for that. And I guess when we get some food, we can actually go start building that. So let me put away like some mushrooms, leather. We can keep the wheat for now in case we see our cows and want to feed them again, but I might just wait. We can put away paper. And then everything else should be necessary for building at the moment. Like I said, I just gotta wait for a couple pieces of food, so I have something to eat while I'm up there. Okay, 6 beef is gonna be enough for now. Let's actually take the mud in instead. And then let me go fill in my base area with this stone brick. We can put some dirt on it afterwards. So I want to be able to connect this tunnel, but we need the like the base of the structure first before we can do that, honestly, in my opinion, at least. I think I said at least twice there, but it's okay. Let me place this back, break those, and then we are good to continue building the outline. We have to mine all of this back a couple blocks too, which is gonna take a while because it's so high. We need to place blocks at so many different Y levels, but it is all gonna be worth it to have this huge 2-story room finished. So I think I want to make like 2 stories with the floor. I've done something similar in some of my other videos, so that is what I will go through with. But yeah, I mean, look at this. The roof is just going to be a pain to place in the first place. Let's bring it up all the way on this side first. Then we can place the top in from above. Since we're already be up here. Okay, then we need one more side right over here, which we will turn into stone brick as well. And then let's mine some of this out to like 3 blocks back too, because it's a lot of dirt right here. I mean, we can't really build with all this here. Okay, there goes my shovel. Yet again, another diamond tool upgrade. We just are waiting on the pickaxe, which is definitely going to break soon. Probably while we're mining out all of this. Unless we stop, but I don't plan on taking a break until I finish this room, so... I mean, yeah, just to reiterate, like, look how slow the mining is for this. Like, oh my goodness. I mean, it's not very quick at all. And the diamond tool, like you'll see in a second, it's not going to be that much faster. But yeah, just to give you a good idea of the difference, this is the iron one. And then this is the diamond one. So there's definitely a very good difference, but still, this is like not efficiency 5 or anything. So it still takes a lot of work to mine these rooms out. Which I think is definitely, does not count as rushing or anything like that. Which, like I said, you know, is a side goal of this video. We want to play and take it slow. And I could kind of finish this wall, but there's some random dirt on the ceiling. So I'm going to use this opportunity to stack up. Then have a little bit of a spot to stand and break all this stuff. Well, I did fall, but we basically have 3 blocks mined inward now, which is definitely a pretty good improvement. We just gotta take it probably at least 5 blocks back, so I'm gonna work on trying to do that. And I think this would be the 5th block. Then we can make a wall right here. Probably will be okay, but I'm not 100% sure yet, so I might go ahead and just place some of the upper blocks in case we do end up removing them. But at the same time, with some of these upper blocks placed, we wouldn't have to like stack up as much. So if this is the wall, you know, it's gonna make it easier either way, right? So that's the idea behind it. And then let me do these sides now and just finish the general base, which I'm pretty close to doing, honestly. Gotta do some work on the roof, but that is not my focus at the moment. And there's also a lot of cobblestone stuff here, so I'm gonna take a break, probably, then empty my inventory so we can save all this dirt and stone, because we're probably gonna end up needing it again. Let me start by putting all of my extra stone in this chest. We can put some dirt in the farming chest, keep some for scaffolding, of course, though. And then some of this random wood that we are going to end up using, I assume, just not this second, can also go in the chest here. And then we do have some room to go and pick stuff up now, but also let's grab the mud in. There we go. 13 mud in pieces is going to be a very good amount to survive off of for now. How do we even get up here easily? This is such a pain. guess we have to do some parkour, and then on this block, we have to just kind of make a little stack up ladder, something like that. Okay, we have it done. Now just some more breaking. And I'll be sure to pick up all these blocks before they despawn, like I said. There's also some coal back here stuffed in the wall, so I'm gonna mine this just so we have extra coal. Shouldn't be too much. Okay, no, it keeps just getting bigger and bigger, but I'm just gonna block it off with some stone brick. There we go. And that was a part of the back wall, if I didn't mention that already, which is almost done too. We just have a little bit more to mine out, so let's skip to when it's finished right now. Alright, the transition was bad on purpose, guys. I promise I could do better than that. But the last thing we kind of need, since this is all mined out, is probably just the floor, if we want to place in some spruce right here. But I would not do a transition like that again. Oh, but I did. I just pranked you guys. They probably look so bad. I promise I did not put any effort into doing that, but the point was it for, hopefully in the recording it will look like, it won't match up at all, and it won't really feel like a real transition. But like I said, I've done real ones, you know, I can stand in the same spot, you get your facing coordinates. Maybe I should do one in this video at some point to show. Anyway, what should we do for the doorway? Maybe something like 2 stairs, something simple. A nice little 2x3 doorway that can go and probably lead to that other staircase, whatever it's called, I don't remember. Like the one that connects the mob farm. We're gonna need to make the whole thing with like flooring and stuff, which is gonna take a while in its own right. But let's place in some torches, and then probably stone brick ceiling would be fine. There's so much gravel here too, so we're gonna have to get rid of that. And I think I will probably end this here, because now we have to find out like how to actually link this thing up to the other doorway so we can easily get here into the other parts of our base. And we need more stone brick on the ceiling. There we go. I know the first thing we probably want to do to start is make this a Y94, which is actually only 1 block above me right now, so we can do that immediately. And then we're on the same level as the farm already, which is a good start. We're gonna have to connect this up to the left where the other wheat farm is too, so we can do all that right now just to get it out of the way. And this will be a spruce floor. Then let me grab some coordinates and then dig this to the animal farm first, and then we can go to the other area. And then now you can't really see the entrance, which is I feel like a nice part of this. It kind of fades upward, so if you're looking from afar, it just looks like a nice little hallway and you don't really know where it leads, which I say is a positive thing overall. Okay, it should be straight this way. It's surprisingly very, very close. We're just gonna do a 2-wide hallway though. Hopefully this doesn't interfere with like our big staircase that comes up here. And hopefully I read my coordinates right. Guess we're, okay, yes we did. So that's 1 tunnel basically done. Let's just finish mining it though. And then if we can go straight this way to get to the wheat thing, that's gonna be nice. But we'll have to find out. Let's replace this whole floor too, just because why not? Make it as fancy as we can. And then we can add some 2x2 torches probably just for now to keep this all lit up. I mean, I don't care if it's just randomly placed. My main concern is monster spawning in here and like blowing me up when I'm not expecting it. We can do the whole floor as spruce too at some point if we have time, right? But again, like I said, it's not really a main priority to make the inside of a floor look good for me. But I do want to work more on interior, so I'll keep it in the back of my head. And I did save some coordinates earlier, so we don't have to leave the general area to go to the other farm. It might take a little bit of guessing still, we might have to go check, but hopefully we won't need to. I just have to mine straight this way for now to kind of meet up to the other point. And there's a lot of gravel we need to get rid of, so it's going to take some extra time because of that. And there's some free iron. And I mean, iron is iron, so we'll take it. We kind of need that for lanterns and then cauldrons still, because I love decorating with the like old cauldron design people would used to use in bases. Do people still build with that though? I honestly have no idea. Maybe there's like a new updated method, guys. Leave your building tips in the comments. I need more. But I like it. That's just a cauldron. The leaves just look so cool. You can hide lighting under it. It's a nice way to build. And my inventory is full and we're out of stone bricks, so I'm gonna go grab more of that before I continue this. Thankfully, we still have plenty of food on us, so we don't have to replenish that. Let's place in 2 more brand new stacks of cobblestone, and then put the rest away in a chest, and then grab what we do have of stone. Oh, we don't have any stone right now. I guess I really need to start melting then. Oh yeah, I didn't know we were falling behind that bad. Let's start melting 4 stacks then. That should kind of speed things up a bit, I would think. Then we can go back up and keep mining that out. Yeah, I don't need anything else from down here as far as I can remember. And we can always come back down to get it. Oh yeah, we can use the inside of the base now to get to the other part though, because we just run up this way. It's a little bit of a long walk, you know, but a lot faster than going up the side of the hill still. hopefully when we eventually get there too, we have a good amount of wheat that's grown, so we can go feed it to all of our animals again. But, you know, only one way to find out unless they keep mining. We should be there pretty soon. And then it should just be on this block right here. We can start making a little bit of a staircase that goes upward. We can put some stairs here in a second too, but I think this will be the level it ends at, if I'm correct. So let's go ahead and place in some of these wood blocks just to make it look a little bit fancier off the bat. You can make the ceiling 3 high all the way to right here. Then for the stairs, we'll of course use some spruce ones again. And there we go. The spruce stair floor is done for now. Let's mine out into the farm area. I don't know how far away it is though, if I'm being honest. Probably like 5 more blocks. And there we go. Looks like we did end up getting there. So hopefully, well, I guess not that much of our wheat has grown, unfortunately. So 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 blocks of wheat. Yeah, that's not that good. But, you know, I can't complain too much. It's something. Let's bring the wood all the way to this last block right here. Just connect up the farm completely. We can actually use 2 stripped logs though to kind of make it look a little bit more thought out and natural, for lack of a better word. Just like that. And then we can have some doors and maybe 2 of stone stairs, but we don't have stone on us, so we'll have to wait. Then all of this needs to get mined out too. I don't know if I'll do that now though. How much wood do we even have? Stacking 16? Okay, why not? Let's do it right now. Why not? I already said why not. So I think that actually means our entire base is connected up now, which is a big bonus. And we can easily run up and down and get to every single room. The next thing I needed to get was some stone for stone stairs. And then we can also empty my inventory just a little bit too. I guess we're building, so there's not actually much we can take out, but you know, there's some random stuff like the gravel we don't need. I think I'm gonna go get my wheat from the bottom farm and check if it's there again. I don't know if it is. I kind of forget if I just harvested it or not. It doesn't look like it did because it's growing in a bit okay. And then we can go to the top farm and also get that wheat and then breed the cows and the sheep. There's also a lot of sugarcane grown in here. I wonder if I should get that. I mean, I guess there's no reason why I shouldn't, so I'll get that too before I go up then. I'm gonna come check this again soon because there's like 5 more wheat pretty close to growing in. So I will put us, oh, that's so much. Yeah, we have 31. That is a good amount. And like I said, I will go ahead and go breed my cows with it all once we get the other farm. Okay, well, now that I've fed all my wheat, I guess we can continue building probably. I just gotta decide what exactly that will be. You know, I just remembered something I want to place up there too. So I made some stairs and we need some doors, and then we have to go to the very top wheat farm right now. And I want to place in a door something like this down this block, I think, and then 2 of these back to back, and then yeah, that'll be the door to get up here. It looks really nice, it blends in, and then this whole inside is blocked, which is probably for the best. And then something other tiny thing that I had to get done was I want to get some leaves with some shears. So let me empty my inventory and try to do that next too. Then what leaves do I even get? I don't know, is oak fine? I think oak would be fine, yeah. Let's grab some of the ones off the top of this tree. And 29 is probably enough. Like, yeah, now we have over half a stack. Then with these leaves, we can put them in here, 2 blocks tall. Then we can have bookshelves as well. Can we get the bookshelves right now? I don't know. Let's go see if we have enough stuff. Leather and sugarcane. Paper and sugarcane. I mean, paper and leather. 21 bookshelves, which does make 7 books. Not that bad. We don't have quite enough, so let's craft some of this more into planks. And there we go. 7 bookshelves. And go ahead and go place these in 1 block above. And then we can just place it like that, but fill it in eventually. And yeah, that's what this will look like, which I do think looks pretty nice. And then the shelf is right above it, which will have some campfires extinguished and some barrels for some general decoration. And we could probably place in some lanterns in a second if we get the chance. And we can put a bunch of torches behind these blocks because they're hidden. You know, add in some extra lighting that will make the whole base look nicer from the outside. Okay, so I figured on this upper part we should probably start expanding the base. So to do that, we have to make a second floor. I'm kind of deciding how big I want the floors to be because it's not like an uneven amount or whatever. So one of them has to be a little bit bigger. I think I'll make the top one bigger because I could put like another portal up here. I feel like it's far up enough for another portal. If it's not, then we can extinguish it if we're not using it. Okay, there we go. The platform is done. And then we could probably put another portal like right here if we want one. And make it extended, bigger than it usually is. Then, of course, we can like put it inside a block 2 to block with the obsidian up. Then for the backdrop, should we put in like a special block or color or something like that? I'm not actually entirely sure. We could make some spruce fence, just like this, and then place them on both of these sides right here. We could probably replace those with lanterns eventually too. And then the backdrop of this, I guess it could all be stone brick, right? And then of course we do need a way to actually get up here from below. So why don't we make somewhat of like a little hidden entrance right here with, we'll go into the wall, and then there will be a ladder that hopefully puts you all the way down. How many blocks? Like 5 blocks down? Right here should be the right spot. It is. And then this can be the way that you get up. It's just going to be a simple ladder. So let's mine out the back block and put some ladders there. I need some ladders first though to be able to place them. So let's craft a couple of those up. I don't know how many this will make. 12? Yeah, that'll be enough. Then we can also place like a torch hanging off this block, and then just to clean the top of this up, let's replace all these walls, at least on this end, with more stone brick. So yeah, I would say that's finished, the staircase at least. And then we could place a door if we want. I don't know if it's necessary quite yet. We could place in 2 more torches here though, kind of peek out and add in some more lighting overall, because it's getting a little bit dark. And then on the bottom floor, I don't know what we'll exactly put here yet, but there'll be glass here. And then we probably want more fence, right? Is this an even number? 1, 2, 3. No, it isn't. Okay. Should we have fence though? Because it's gonna block the view a little bit. I think we could have fence. Hopefully it's fine. I was gonna have trapdoors in the middle because I think they're technically shorter. Maybe they're easier to see through. And then it also just adds more texture to the base in the first place. I just crafted a bunch of sticks backs in it. I mean, we'll end up using them, so it doesn't matter. But I did not mean to do it. Okay. That should be fine. I need to get obsidian at some point, of course. And then, I mean, the nether would give us access to a couple things. I don't know if we're actually going in, but, I mean, an interior is not complete without another portal, right? And I'm going to craft up some more stone brick with the stone that I have still. And then what else does this room need except the obsidian? I don't know right now, I guess is the thing. Also, I just thought, why don't we add in some extra depth? And on the block where the fence actually go, let's break in this overhanging block right here. Then we can replace it with just the normal set of spruce stairs. Then from afar, yeah, that's gonna look like it has some more depth to it, and I'll make it all look better overall, I believe. Let me go see how the base is turning out though. Maybe pick a spot for something else. I don't know. We have 19 wheat. Can we feed more of our cows? Yes, we can. We can feed the cows and sheep. But we are out of wheat now, so gotta go collect more of that. And I bet the wheat across near the tree farm has grown now, if we want to go check on that quickly. I guess before we go all the way down, we could also check on the wheat up here, though. Just for we're not going all the way back down, just to come back up and collect the wheat if we need it. Oh yeah, we do have some grown here, so good thing I looked. I could also make an easier way to get down from here, like we can jump down or something and pull the water somewhere. That would help a little bit. But then again, the walk is not that bad, so we're probably fine. Okay, I did get a little bit of wheat, but I'm gonna get the sugarcane too, because all of it is 3 blocks tall still. I don't know if I got it before. I guess I forgot to, but I'm not too bothered by it. It's not like we're in a rush to get it. And then I'm going to go back to the base, but first I want to kind of try and check what are we working on next. I'm gonna find out a plan, and then I will fill you guys in on the plan when I do decide. But look at this base so far. Oh my gosh, I think it's turning out really nice. I just don't know how can we make it even better. Should we hang like some glowberries from there? Just have some green and fill up some of that dead space of the mountain too? I don't know. Something like that could be a good idea. I don't think I want to have something to the left of that main circle. I think that would just clog things up too much. We could have that big glass window up there still. Maybe something in this dead space up here too. I don't know exactly though. But yeah, like I said, overall, I mean, this base is coming out very nice. I love how it's turning out. Let's use our glass panes and place them in that window, I'd say, would be one of the next steps too, just to keep finalizing the base and seeing what is going to be where. We can get some obsidian, but I might wait to see if we end up needing like more diamonds or something too, because I'm not in a rush to go to the nether. We might not even go to the nether. We could probably place some stairs for a tiny bit of extra depth on top of that stone break where the nether portal will be. But yeah, let's get the glass panes into the stone break and then I'll kind of check on everything again. So I'll place it in the stone brick first to get it out of the way, just the 3 stairs, and let me show you guys the before and after. This is the before. Alright, keep that in mind. Then this is the after. You know, just a tiny little change that should add in a little bit more depth is the concept at least. And then let's place in 1, 2, 3, all of these. And yeah, I mean, once we get the obsidian in there, that will look pretty good. Now we can jump down with all of the glass I do have, which probably won't be enough to finish this window because we only have a stack and a half, but I mean, we can at least make a start, which is still something. Maybe if even halfway I would be pretty grateful about. Halfway would be being even with this floor, yeah. Since it was the, I think 1 block. No, wait, it would be one above this floor would be halfway, right? No, we're halfway already, okay. But yeah, not gonna be able to finish it quite yet. Let's put 2 layers on the top too. Oh, I keep messing up, but these are really thin, so it makes sense. They're kind of tricky to place sometimes. We don't actually need that much more. Yeah, I mean, we're close to being able to finish all that. But now that those 2 things are done, I don't actually have a idea for what I will do next. I'm gonna have to continue figuring it out. I mean, I know there's a lot more things we can build. It's just about kind of deciding what should be the next thing we do build or prioritize. I can also do some more of this interior first if I want to, just to kind of clean it all up. Which maybe I will. I don't know, I kind of want to prioritize building more of the outside of the base before I do stuff like this. But we can at least do this hallway a little bit, so when you look in, it looks more finished than before. And then we can probably replace this whole floor. We also get some more cobblestone, but then again, I think we have more than enough cobblestone. So we probably don't need to do that either. I'll use up like a stack of this wood though and build a little bit of this floor. Okay, so I think I want to build the room up here now. So to start it, I would place in a wall here, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we could do the same kind of concept, I believe, where these just follow the natural curve of the wall. Hopefully. I'm gonna need more spruce wood though before I keep building this. But so far, not too bad. Okay, it's coming along. I'm thinking for the wall inside the place that is behind the glass, we could have like the wall could be all mossed out and a bunch of green. I think that could make it look really cool. What did I need to get though? Oh yeah, spruce wood. I almost forgot. That should be enough for now. Let's go continue building that. Okay, so we are back up here. I slept just a minute ago, and then I was doing the bottom part of these railings, so we can have this wall try and be finished as soon as possible here. The top looks weird with all this random grass, but I would actually say it's probably a good thing since we can go ahead and place in like some rose bushes, some flowers, and just a bunch of stuff to kind of help the color of these, not the windows I guess, but this area. But for now we're gonna leave it blank, and then can we start hollowing out some of the inside of this? I don't know how back we'll go exactly, how far back, but probably let's start with I don't know. We could also have it so we go like 10, like maybe like 7 or 8 blocks back, and then that goes all the way to the end, so then this would only be like 1 or 2 deep, if that makes sense. That could be a pretty good idea, honestly. Maybe I'll try and see how that works out. If we just go 2 blocks back on this and dig it all the way to the other end. And if it looks bad, then of course, you know, we can change it from there, but... Okay, well, this is all mined out, and I think it looks pretty nice. So this back wall then would be the moss. That would be the idea. So I guess it's not actually all mined out, but we have the whole general shape mined out. So then this side does go back further, which I said I wanted to try because I thought it would be a cool concept. These need to be swapped into spruce blocks, because we'll have to have the glass overlapping here for it all connects. Well, I guess, yeah, the whole floor would actually be spruce. We can wait though till we place the first layer of glass in. We can place some blocks in these corners. I think I'll get the extra glass next, so we can put all that down and test to make sure it's looking okay. But first I will break this wall. We're also losing on some cobblestone, but I think we have more than enough, so I don't really care, but hopefully I'm right about having more than enough. Because it would suck to lose a bunch and then have to mine more, but again, I do think we have enough, so it's okay. We'll have to get moss from a cave too. We'll do that when we get the obsidian, hopefully, if I remember. So let me just go get sand, I think would be my biggest concern at the moment. So we can finish this up and then kind of see how it's going from there. It would give us a pretty good idea, I believe. I can also just place a couple of torches in here so nothing spawns while I'm gone. And then I should be good to go. Just gotta probably clear my inventory a little bit because we don't have any room if I were to get sand. So let's put away some of this cobblestone. We only need to keep 1 stack of dirt. We don't need granite. And then that already clears up our inventory a lot. But there's also some random wood that we don't need, like ladders and fence, an extra stack of logs, an extra stack of oak logs. And then that is good enough for the time being. I have a 1 stack and 45 sand, but to finish this thing, I think I'm gonna need a lot more than that because I wasn't gonna use glass panes this time. So like 1 stack of glass is genuinely 1 stack of glass. So we probably need like 4 stacks of sand, would be my guess. But I could be super wrong too, so I don't know. But that's what I'm gonna aim for, 3 or 4 stacks. Just depends how long it takes. It's also training nighttime once again. I feel like I just slept. Yeah, I just ended up deciding to get the 3 stacks just for the sake of being able to go home now instead of having to mine another stack. Maybe we'll need another stack though. I feel like we will, but it's okay. We can just come get it when we do. And there's some sand even closer. I guess I could get this or some of the shore of my base over there. So it wouldn't be that bad, whatever. Oh, and there's a bunch of sand right here too. I don't know how I missed that. It's probably like a stack worth just on this shore right here. Not even counting like this. Oh no, we mined this patch. Okay, yeah. So never mind about that patch. But you know, there's more around here. We can't place it in just yet because, you know, of course we have to melt it. But I can store it in the furnace before we get closer to being able to do that. Do we have 8 stacks of coal in each one? Yes, we do, but it is pretty close. So maybe let's go for a bit of a refill. Do we have extra coal in these furnaces? Oh, we don't. Can we melt a stack of dark oak again then? Because that's the wood we've used the least. I don't know if we'll end up using it. And then, yeah, we're ready on leather to make those still. We need to get the cow soon. Was there any wheat grown in our farm over there? I probably should have checked while we were in that area. Yeah, there is. Well, our sand is melting anyway. Let me go get that. So I want to breed the cows again because we need the leather to finish the bookshelves and more decorations in the future. And the more we breed now, the faster they'll breed in the future, you know, everything like that. Okay, I've got 45 wheat now because I just got the other patch. So if we go in here, we can breed all of our mobs. There's actually a good amount in here too. Like I did not realize we had so many. So that is good. And maybe while the sand melts, is it time to maybe get some moss and obsidian? I guess we probably could. I mean, the lush cave is really close to me anyway, as I've been going down in that area, and we had that tree that spawned nearby. So I will go do that then. Do we have 2 extra wheat? No, we fed 1. Okay, yeah, we found 1 more. So that is every single piece of my wheat fed to the cows. For better or for worse, you know, I don't know. We got enough food though, so we don't need to eat the wheat, which is obviously a huge plus. But it's raining, that's okay. I think we have everything we need to go caving to. We just need the obsidian and the moss blocks. I mean, I did find a coal vein already in this lush cave, but I want to find a good spot to start mining the actual moss. I guess in this roof is okay, but yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with this roof. Let's just start mining it from here. And let's go over to this other section. Hopefully we can find some lava. Some iron definitely wouldn't be too terrible to get as well. And the iron hoe that I had broke, but to continue mining this quickly, should we make a diamond one? I think I'll wait and make another iron one. I don't think the difference is going to be anything except durability. And we might as well save that extra diamonds. Because, I mean, diamonds are definitely helpful for the other tools, which are way more important than a hoe. I just found some diamonds next to a lava pool, so diamonds and obsidian, I think that's better than I could ask for. You know what, I did forget to get water, but there's some like genuinely right above me from my tunnel that I got down here in, so. And now that we do have the water, we can go ahead and place it in here and then start mining. We'll need, oh, we need more than 10 though. No, this is gonna take so long because we probably want some for a level 1 enchantment table in case we end up making that. You know, I just realized too, we have a bigger portal than average. So we have 4 blocks in each side, so that's 8. And then plus 3 on the top and bottom, which is 6 total. So we need like 18 obsidian total. Let's get 20 obsidian total. This is going to take me a bit of mining. And now that we do have 20 obsidian, I'm going to make my way back up to the surface, which won't take too long, honestly. And I am indeed back to the surface. Our shovel and pig are pretty low, especially our pickaxe. We're going to have to make a new one pretty soon here, but at the very bare minimum, we can go ahead and place in the obsidian for the nether portal, and we can place in, hopefully the glass fits melted more, but the moss as well on the back side of the wall to kind of see what that starts looking like. all of our glass is done, and we have a bunch of extra charcoal, so we can put some of that in both of these furnaces. We can continue to use them in the future. And what else do we need? I kind of forget. We need the moss. Oh yeah, I guess that's actually the moss and the obsidian. That's what we gotta go place in right now. And we have all the glass. 3 stacks that I just melted. I don't know if it'll be enough though, but we're about to find out. And then we can probably start the glass on the first layer here. We need a way to get into this place though, so I'll have to mine over. Oh yeah, wait, we need a block kind of like right here then, or it's gonna be sticking out. Is it okay if it sticks out, I wonder? Or should we move this to here? I mean, we could probably move it to there, yeah. I don't see a big issue with that. And I think I overestimated by a lot how much glass we would need, because it seems like we're going to be able to easily finish this wall right now, so... I mean, that's definitely good news. And I only placed 1 single piece wrong. And then it took me a stack in like 15, 16-ish. Not bad at all. And then this wall, which we already broke out, has to be replaced with some moss. Oh my gosh, the animals below me are so loud, but it's okay. I could turn my sounds down too for you guys. Okay, there we go. We cannot hear them anymore. And then we also kind of have the opportunity to just mine ourselves a doorway that connects us to the other room up here, the nether portal room. Because if we go straight, we're going to end up colliding with it because of how it's placed. Then we can also replace this edge right here with the moss. I don't know what we're going to put up here yet too, so we'll have to think about it. And then the floor probably won't be grass again because I don't think there's going to be mobs in here, so let's just put spruce. I think it would be weird to have mobs behind glass. I think there'd be like some oxygen issues and stuff. Well, actually, then again, I guess there wouldn't, right? But I think it would just look weird, I guess, would be the main concern then. And now the whole floor is replaced. Then we probably want some more lights, right? We can place a bunch right here. I mean, 1 is basically the same as spamming them, I guess. So we'll just do 1. Or let's just do temporary torches on the ground. And then we can place some like real lanterns in here later that we kind of think out the placement of. And then let me dig this so we have an entrance to get back and forth. Oh, I think I actually went a little too far. So this would be the spot somewhere like right here. Like, yeah, the door will actually be a little bit weird because we're like right next to the mountain, so we can't have to keep the dirt. But this is mostly like an access tunnel, so I don't really care if it's not perfect at the same time. We can block all of this in, have this wall be stone brick. I guess we can actually have it like this. Yeah, again, it definitely doesn't look perfect, but I'm not going for a look right here. This is genuinely just to be able to access it easier. We could replace these blocks just to, I mean, we can still make it look as good as we can, so I think having moss right here would accomplish that. Some more stone brick, and then let's just go ahead and have another stone brick wall right here too. There we go. And then I do think that finishes off quite nicely for at least right now. And then we need the nether portal placed in the middle right here. Just like that, we have 6 left. Then we can light that up at some point too, but like I said, not a big issue right now. So we're going to leave it unlit. And then for these, we have doors. So 1 right here and then 1 right here. That kind of finishes it off. I guess we actually could have an indent, which we could use a stair for, and then the stair would go here, and then the door would go kind of like that backwards. We could do that on both of these sides, actually, which definitely makes it look better than it just being flat, so we'll keep it like that, yeah. As for the roof, I've not really decided what we're going to do for that. Guess we could have it be stone brick. These blocks could be replaced with just the regular wood, though, because it's a part of the railing. So if we could go through and just do that super quickly, I think it could be worth it. And then we could mine the rest of this out for the stone brick or whatever we decide to place there. Okay, my pickaxe did break, so obviously, you know, I've got to make another one. That lasted me a very long time though, so I'm glad we upgraded to the diamond tools. And then the first thing I could actually do is place in these panes right here. I think 32 will be more than enough. 16 may have been enough too, but I figured I might as well have extra. Let's see if it would have been enough. These are so tricky to place too. I gotta aim at the like very really specific angle. Well, if I didn't misplace any, then it would have been enough. So I guess that's good to know. Then, like I said, we'll wait to light that portal. Then we can't build the roof right now because I was thinking I was gonna use stone bricks. So we'll have to go get and melt some more stone. Okay, I need to make some barrels and like campfires like I mentioned before. So let's get another stack of charcoal so that's easier. Let's get some sticks. And then we need logs again. Do we have... I think we probably have enough coal if we just steal all of it from here for now, yeah. How many campfires can we make? There we go. 32, 35, that's good enough for now. And then we need a bunch of barrels. So let me find some more wood. Let me just take this dark oak wood that we have in here, because we've not been using it for much. Like I said, dark oak is a hard block to use, I feel like, but I don't know. And I believe we need slabs for this recipe. How many can we make with just like that stuff on us right now? 21. I mean, that's enough to start building with. So let's take that and let's take the stone brick. And then we can go do some work up here while the rest of the stuff melts. And we just wait for, I don't know, just stuff to grow in general, I guess. I also think I saw some of my wheat that grew. So I want to collect that before it can continue growing again. Yeah, a lot of it has grown actually. Nice. I think I was AFK for a minute unpaused. So that's probably why there's a lot here too. Because it was growing while I was sitting in my base. Because I had to get up in real life and I left my game on pause before it would grow on purpose. Just wanted to clarify that if anyone was confused how it grew fast. Alright, so we have 29. We can go over to the other farm, but for now, I don't think I'm that interested in doing that. We have to go to the bottom floor, but before we do that, we could actually... How do we get to... Oh yeah, we go up this ladder. We can go place the stone brick roof on this room right here and see how that looks. And if we want to go with a stone brick roof, or if I want to go with a different design. Because I have not decided that quite yet. Okay, yeah, that is done. We could probably like box in this wall too with like some trapdoors and stuff if we want to add like a certain look to it, or at least just the stairs to kind of, you know, add the depth, encapsulate it a bit for lack of a better word. And we need more lanterns obviously too. I mean, we want to make the room look lit up without having too many torches spammed all over the place, but for now I think it is fine enough. And then we've got to go down one floor. Can we breed the cows first though? Let's just specifically click on a couple of cows for now. And then yeah, so the barrels and fireplaces are actually in the room to the right over here. It's also stormy now. I don't know. That's gonna cause any issues. I don't think it will. I mean, some extra mobs might spawn in, but again, that is not that big of a deal. And then does that look kind of good for the shelf? I think so. Yeah, I like that a lot. Could we place in... What if we do like some extra railing here on that back row? Yeah, I think that looks nice. Honestly, it looks fine. And I guess we're kind of done with this unless we want to add... I think a lantern or two would end up looking pretty good. If you want to just craft, I guess, 10 of those. Can I get the auto crafter though? There we go. That'll make it a bit easier. And then we could place one like right here on top, but then we could also like hide one on the corner here because it makes sense if it's just laying on the shelf, I think. Then this room is honestly pretty much done if it's just a little library. We would just need the rest of the bookshelves, which I am trying to work on at the moment. Alright, so I've got my 30 FOV on, kind of zooming in here, and this is what the base looks like so far. It's obviously really bright, so it's not like the best view or like with the sunlight or anything, but if you could just imagine, I think it looks pretty good so far. Like that window just looks so cool with the shelves and stuff. Like I wonder if there's anything else we can add up there to make it even better. I don't know. I don't want to make it too complicated or overdo it too much. I do really like how it's turned out. No, I just thought of a really cool and random way that I could add something in. We could add... Well, not add, but like we can make iron bars, we can make walls, we can make some stairs, and then what if we get 2 lava buckets? I might have to go find lava for this first to really show the concept of my idea though, which again might also take a minute or two. I feel like there's a ruined portal nearby though, right? I swear, didn't I get a ruined portal off spawn this video? Or am I thinking of a different one? I must be thinking of a different video. The whole forest is also catching on fire, so I think it would be in my best interest to go stop that as soon as I can. That also means there's probably a lava pool right here, right? If it's on fire. Oh, it was a lightning strike maybe? There's no fire here, or lava or whatever that I can see at least yet. That's gonna not be on fire anymore. We can probably stop the fire by chopping down this tree too from spreading in this direction. So let's do that. Break the leaves that are close by. Then this could actually keep spreading. So could we get up and stop this tree? That would be very beneficial. Oh no, this is bad. We have to get up and get that block before it spreads more. Okay, there we go. We don't want the top of the hill to get burnt down. I mean, we're not that close to the top of the hill yet, but who knows? This could technically spread all the way there. Okay, there's another hoe, which will help us get more of the fire. Okay, I think we kind of extinguish on this side if we just break the rest of what's left. Oh no, it's spreading. And a foul. It definitely does not help my case. Hey, is that it for this area then? I think so. Then there's only some on this side left, which isn't as dangerous because it's not going towards my build, but if we just want to extinguish all of this, we probably could pretty easily. There we go. Then some of this needs to be put out too. Okay, again, I think that's a lot of it put out. This tree over here too, though, it's kind of spreading quickly. Okay, I think we got all of that. There's one more here though too, and then all the fire should be completely gone. Where did it start though? Yeah, it must have only been a lightning bolt. That's the only thing I can think of. But we put it out quickly. So again, great job to me. Don't mean to pat myself on the back, but we may have just saved our whole mountain up there if it spread far enough. That would have taken a while though, but you never know what could have happened. Let me find lava now. I'd rather not go all the way down, so maybe we could go check our wheat and see if there's like a lava portal or a lava pool near the surface. I guess we could wait until later. Oh, or we could go into the nether. I think that would be way easier. Let's go get our wheat. Let's find some gravel in this water, then let's just go into the nether to get it. Oh yeah, and this whole farm is basically grown. We could just go through and break it all. There's like 3, I think genuinely 3 blocks that aren't. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody got launched into the water too, so let me check for wheat before I go up. And we have 54 wheat on us right now, which is so much. Okay, 55 wheat, and that does seem like it's it then. Yeah, okay, that's it. And I'll just throw out the extra seeds because we really don't need those right now. And we have plenty extra anyway. Okay, let me light the portal then. We're just going in for some quick lava is the plan, so we're just gonna go in and out. Hopefully we won't get in any danger. Oh, okay, the second I go in, I start getting shot at. I think I brought my flame steel because there's a good chance our portal gets broken. Oh no, the lava's so far away on all these sides. Where's the closest piece? Oh wait, I just got hit by a pigman. This is dangerous. Or a piglin, we're not wearing gold. Could we get some gold just to be extra safe, maybe? I don't know how long we're gonna be in here, so it might be worth it. Oh, we need way too much gold though, I think. And we spawn pretty high up. I mean, again, we only need 2 buckets, so it might not be very difficult to find that. I also don't have many blocks. We have to be careful. I can only get hit like 3 times by a piglin. Or if it's like a piglin with an enchanted sword, like genuinely, I might only be able to take like... Hopefully we don't get shot down to lava. Okay, we did not. I got 1 lava from that ceiling, and we just need to find 1 more. Oh, well, I thought I had to extinguish my water, but never mind. We got an extra bucket. So, oops. Then... where's the next easiest source? I guess that one in the roof right there if it doesn't go all the way up or something. Well, I'm placing this lava behind a wall in my base, so now that I think about it, hopefully it's safe to place there and we don't light our base on fire. That would suck. I'll have to kind of stay there and make sure it's safe and double check. Oh yeah, some glowstone would be nice to have too for building. Maybe we can grab some of that before we leave. I think we probably would want a piece of gold armor though, just to be extra sure that we won't get hit by any piglin that could sneak up on us. We need a little bit more, a couple more pieces of nuggets to be able to finish some boots. And that should be enough. And a pair of boots. Okay, there we go. So, yeah, let's mine. I guess we're out of food now, I just realized that. But our portal is so close, so it's not really a big deal. I'm gonna try to get these 2 big patches of glowstone, just so we can hide lighting around the place under those cauldrons and stuff like that. Because I didn't think about it before, but yeah, glowstone is a great source to like hide and place in certain spots. So that's another good thing to get here along with the lava for this little secret thing I'm trying to add. Why is there so much lava in my portal? I bet some piglins went through here, but I'm going back in. We got all the stuff we needed. Why did it put my portal inside of my base right here? What is going on? Okay, that's very interesting. Well, I need to stay here and break all this now. So that's not going to be too fun. But I can't have a random portal sitting in the middle of my base either. So, unfortunately, we will have to mine some of this up. Well, not some of it, all of it. I don't know why I did that, though. That's weird. Wait, can fireballs like go through portals and my thing is on fire? Oh, wait, I got lit. Is that what happened? That's crazy. I don't know. I guess I could have went through the portal and hit this wall and not broke anything. Is that possible? Maybe it is. Like I said, I'm really not sure. But, the base idea I had, we can start building it too. I wanted to put some lava and pillars like on these blocks possibly, just to switch things up a little bit. So we would have this go all the way down somewhere here. That would be good. I don't think lava should be able to spread because it'll be like 1 whole block away from it, but we could probably replace this front block with just an extra stone as well. Just to be, you know, extra safe too. But yeah, I'm gonna finish breaking this obsidian and sleep before I do anything else. Okay, well, we need some more blocks to replace the floor, but all the obsidian is gone, so hopefully we don't have to go back to the nether, because that could just happen again. That would stink to rebuild it another time. Yeah, we need the stairs over here and here. And can we place this in to see if it gets lit on fire? Or if it puts the fire anywhere else? And then can we build on this side too, of course? Place the lava in. 2 iron bars, and then hopefully that will give a nice cool look to this room and just add something to it. So like I said, that's one of my goals. I'm just trying to be a little bit more better with my interiors and like what each room is for. So I don't know, I was just looking, I thought that could make a difference. So I was kind of thinking, well, first of all, we probably need some more food, so let me start melting the 2, well, I was gonna call them stacks, but I think that would be disingenuous to call those stacks of food. But we definitely need more food in the first place. Hopefully we can get some of our leather there soon too, but I kind of want to make another farm. So I'm gonna start on trying for some sort of outline. I originally want to keep right here plain and open, but then again, it's kind of like the perfect spot to build something. So we might try to see if a little farm platform can fit in, but then again, if it doesn't, then whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 blocks seems pretty fair for a farm. Can we get away with 4 blocks in this outward area though? That would be a nice amount to have a farm of. We can have like 1 inside the wall too. 5, and then another pillar, which we can't make right now, but that's fine. Then strip all these blocks. Get rid of these leaves. They will continue decaying, I think, now. And then we can actually place in some of this pillar. So let me see if this looks good. And I think that will be fine. Now let me go up and place the dirt in. I think it looks pretty good. Like, it doesn't not fit. I think it looks fine in this area, and it serves its purpose as a farm, right? So that is kind of all I'm looking for when building something like this. And I kind of want to have this be another kind of like stone wall kind of area. Well, it's actually turned out to be like a pretty perfect indent so far, so maybe we should go for symmetrical, because it does fit. Oops, that's supposed to be stone too still. Yeah, I mean, we could. We could just have a doorway back here. And then the water would, of course, be 4 blocks away. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We'd have a water right here. And then that water would actually reach the entirety of any farm we end up putting here. So we could have another stone part, kind of making the door a little bit smaller as well. There's also a zombie here. And, okay, we need torches too, because this is just way too light. Should I use campfires? Let's just use the lanterns, whatever. We don't have to place them that far. And we need like 2 in here to light up the entire thing, I think. Oh, probably 1 down here though too. Yeah, let's place 1 there. And then we can stack all these blocks up. And it can be the starting of the floor, which would be brought up to here. And this would probably be the entrance into wherever we get in here from. Which I guess would be wood then, right? Do we have wood on us though? We do have some spruce wood. I need to go get 1 water bucket. And then we can tilt all of this. I mean, he's gonna go away if I don't have the water bucket though, so I might as well go get that first. Our inventory is so full that we technically can't even get a water bucket right now. Guess we can just throw this out, and then when we place the water, then obviously it can all stack again. Then we've got to find a way to get up here, which is a little bit tricky because it's so... Oh no, that was easier than before. Okay, and then our bucket stack, like I said. And there we go. Let's get the rest of these blocks. We can fix these railings and add in spruce, and then strip it. Just for like the 8 pixels visible will be the same. And then these doors can also, not doors, but like the underblocks can also be the wood connecting it all up. Okay, nice. Then do we want a fence around here? I would say just 2 of these with lanterns should be good enough, because we don't want to block off too much of the site. Maybe an upward block like this on both sides that will kind of show off it's being held up by the pillars. I think that could be a good addition. Also, for the next step, I kind of want to finalize some of the placements. So in order to do what I'm talking about, we would have to get some stone. There we go, stone stairs too. We have such a full inventory. What do we even put up? I guess, yeah, birch is useless. We don't probably need buckets right now, but at the same time, I don't know. This can go in valuables, that can go in valuables. Probably don't have iron bars, so those can go in the misc chest. And then I guess our inventory is clean enough now to keep building, but we want some slabs and stairs. And then let's go finish the cobblestone we placed as a placeholder, so you can really see what it looks like in its full mountain form. Oh yeah, we gotta make the doorway too, so we don't have to run up the side of the mountain. So first, all these blocks will be replaced with the true stone. And this one as well. Oh, and this one, okay. And then maybe place it in like this would be a good start. Maybe one right here and a slab. Another stair here, maybe. Just trying to round some of this out. And yeah, I think that makes it look pretty cliff-like. So I would call that a success. Guess we could have another couple of slabs or stones here. I think it looks better with the single stone slab. Let's leave it like that for now. And then these blocks will... I guess we could add like 2 stairs like this. I don't know if that looks bad. Or like 1 stair, 1 slab, and then stair like this, connecting to that one. 1 more stair going down, maybe, and then a block. Then on the back of this block, we could have a door, which will lead us to the inside of the base again. So something like that, I guess, would be the concept for it, which does end up looking pretty good, I would say, personally. We could place like 1 more stair there, and yeah, I think I like it. It's a little puzzly, or I guess if that's even the right word, puzzly, but I still think I enjoyed the way it ended up. And let's place in these pillars all the way to the bottom, so we can finish that part too. Then we want the other one on this side. Probably have to break this entire mushroom though, honestly. It doesn't really fit in here anymore, which is fine by me. Can't really see it anyway. Okay, so that's being held up. We have the water placed in. We have the farmland. Now we just need the doorway. So let me grab some coordinates and attempt to mine a little pathway so these connect up. I also think I just need another torch or something in here because it is dark. Oh my goodness. Above the door would be a good start, I think. I'm kind of terraforming this, making a little bit of a wall. Just adding in some space to even stand around here in the first place. Alright, now with all of this extra stuff mined out, we should be able to go and follow the coordinates, which will... I already lined up a bit, but we're going to have to meet up to the room from the other side still. And then we can replace this whole floor after too, but that is not a priority right now. And then we also probably want to plant some seeds here. I don't know if we have carrots or potatoes. So we could just double it up with more wheat because, we need wheat right now anyway. So growing anything else would technically be a bad idea. We could always replace it though for aesthetic reasons if we want in the future. So let me go all the way up here and place in a full set of seeds here before they start growing. And this farm is way lower and easier to get to, so it's going to be a lot more accessible as well, which is very nice. And then we should have to just keep mining straight this way. We're just going to start with the middle, and then we will meet up with that room we were digging out. And not too long, because it's not that far away. Yeah, here we go. And okay, right here can be the staircase. Now it is time to go ahead and make, let's place a lantern right here. But we can make some stairs. We only need 3, so that 4 is going to be enough for now. 1, 2, 3. The floor can go in. Then we got to mine out the rest of these walls. I'm going to continue focusing on a couple interior things just so we can get all the interiors finished. I think I'll do that today in like the next 10-day segment if it takes that long. And then we can probably work from there. But I want to make sure the interiors are completely done and thought out before we start building more. We don't know what to put in them. So I think the one we have is that, what is it called? Like the moss block room doesn't really have a use. So maybe we build like, I don't know, like a sugarcane farm up there. Maybe some flowers, something like that. Maybe some decorations. Those are my only ideas at the moment. But yeah, like I said though, I honestly don't know what I will do. You can just place in stone brick to fill in the rest of this wall, just for the sake of having it filled in. I don't really mind too. It kind of looks cool if it's like half-half, right? So you can kind of go a step further to making it look better. Connect up this corner a bit. Then we could honestly just leave like this if we really wanted to, which we might. That looks a lot more intentional though, so yeah. And I think this is the other wall, which has to be stone because it opens up, I think, soon. So yeah. We can place a little shelf here with an extinguished campfire. That's about it for decorations in here at the moment though. And then this room we need, oh yeah, we need those still. The bookshelves, which I guess we can check our wheat and both the farms and from our chest and then breed the cows again. Or we can get some leather then breed the cows again after we kill them, because we might have enough. Let me just go get more wheat while we're down here at the further away farm. Okay, yeah, we have enough inventory space too. We're running out of food, which is bad. But yeah, we're about to kill the cows so we get leather and food. So it's actually good for 2 reasons. And yeah, I don't regret coming over here, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of wheat. Nothing crazy. And I guess we should get some more sugarcane too, right? If we're about to make bookshelves. Just on the off chance we don't have enough. I just got the last of my wheat too, so we're a little bit over a stack, and I'm gonna get these cows now and see how much leather and beef I can manage to get. I'm gonna kill them with just my axe one at a time, so I kind of know how many I'm taking away from here too. I don't want to obviously kill too many cows. Oops, I just killed a sheep by accident. Alright, we have 15 leather now and like 32 beef, so I'm gonna go make that into bookshelves, and then we're gonna melt this beef up to eat it. I can craft 5 more bookshelves right now, which isn't actually going to be quite enough, so we'll have to get some more cows soon here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, wait, it is enough for this one at least. Alright, nice. Well, that's definitely a positive. What about, we could change some of these out with the empty bookshelves later too. So the, like the chiseled bookshelves, how do you make a chiseled bookshelf? It doesn't show me right now, but I think it's pretty easy. I might actually try to make one with the best of my memory. I think it's just this. Oh, it is just that. What if we start off by making 2 and we go place them in right now then? Just to give, you know, obviously, it'll add more texture to this. I broke one too many by accident. I want them in these 2 spots, I think, to start. And that means we have 3 books total now to place in some of them. Or no, I think we have more, but let me just replace my bookshelf first before we use them. Okay, this one was going to stay a normal bookshelf, and then we have 3 books left, so we can kind of randomize which one the books go into, like that. Oh, we have 1 more too, nice. Yeah, there we go. And then the bookshelf obviously just looks more real because there's chiseled bookshelves. And I just realized I put these in the exact same spot, which obviously is not going to look very good. So let's change it up a bit. I like those colors, so let's leave them in there. And then I guess the other one's just reversed, so we could try to change up a little bit. Another green. That green's in the same spot though. The blue. Are they always the same color in the same places? Oh, they are, I think. I think that one looks fine. Like, what, let's just do that. Okay, I'm overthinking where to place books in this tiny little bookshelf, honestly. And then for the sugarcane farm area up there, just we can keep decorating the inside of the base and giving it a use. We're gonna need moss, sugarcane, and water. So if I could go get some water right now, that would be, well, I mean, not just beneficial or good, it would be required to build the sugarcane farm. So let's go ahead and go do that. I'll also put away some of this random wood I have in the fences, and then let's grab a stack of just spruce in general so we can make whatever we end up needing. We don't need paper, and we can carry our wheat on us, I guess. Why not? Hey, there we go. Our inventory is cleaned out. Let me go grab 3 water too. Alright, so 1 block away from these stairs, we could mine in a little bit of a wall. Then on the top of those walls, I think we can actually get away with placing some stone stairs again to, again, kind of continue that depth and tie the entire wall together a little bit better. And these blocks would have to be, I would assume, grass, but we might be able to plant sugarcane on moss instead, which we can definitely test. Infinite water source, and 3 more moss. And we can plant on moss, okay, so I think actually having a full moss thing right here would be good. And then we could place moss in the back wall, but I almost think spruce planks would look better for like the brown behind the green. I just think it will end up being a nicer color palette, but I don't know for sure. And then on top of this, we can place a lantern in front of both these stairs. I also just fell out of my hole. Oops. But luckily, we do have planks though, so I can just fix it and it won't happen again. Okay, if I want to get more lanterns, I just stole the torches off the ground so we can kind of make this place start looking better, since I said that is actually my goal in this 10-day segment anyway. Then what if we actually have, we could have a pillar right here to kind of throw it out again, but maybe the pillar would actually look better and then at a block too. Like, we lose some depth there, sure, but I think keeping it flat would be better still. Yeah, I would have to say keeping it flat there, I would think that's a better play. Yeah, I wouldn't do any stairs either. Like, I genuinely think that's the best we're gonna get this to look. And then it continues the gray behind the brown. Overall, I'm pretty proud of this room. I do like it. Just thinking, where else can we place lanterns? Probably just one right here, and then this room is technically lit up enough for 4 monsters not to spawn, so that would be good enough, I think. But I guess this can just be a mini sugarcane farm. Yeah, I mean, it's not like we have much room left, so I think that works for this room. Like, obviously, it's not that good of a sugarcane farm if it's like, I mean, 2, 4, 6, 12 pieces total every time you harvest it, but like I said, I'm trying not to. Also, let's remove this block for the corners way bigger. That makes this place feel so much bigger. But as I was saying, in my videos, I always try to be so technical and only build stuff I'm actually gonna like 100% use. But that's the thing with interiors. I feel like you have to like just build stuff that maybe won't make a lot of sense, or build something that, yeah, you're not actually gonna use it, but it makes the base look better and makes the base feel more alive. And this isn't useless. We could get sugarcane from here if we need it. But with that being said, let's go ahead and move on to the next area. I'm going to leave the portal unlit for now, though. I was thinking about lighting it, but not yet. And can we also get some more building materials like oak leaves and 2 more cauldrons, possibly? Oh, we have so much food. We'll keep the steak for now and eat this random stuff we have first, just for the sake of inventory space. And then what else do I need? 2 cauldrons. And then we need the campfires, which we have. We have the other things. Okay, good. We're ready then. And could we also actually make some more lanterns while we're down here? Because that's going to be a block that we use more and more for decorating purposes. So let me just make more of them. 9. Okay, let's make a couple more. 13. I'm fine with 13 for now. Okay, we want to keep some iron, so it's whatever. So then let me keep building. We'll probably want some extra stone though now. And could we start melting 2 more stacks of cobblestone? Yes, we can. So right here is kind of where I want these cauldrons at to try and make something a little bit better. We could have glowstone under these blocks too for lighting. Then I guess what my idea would be some stairs. Possibly like a floating shelf. Guess we could have them encased by 3 high cauldron leaves, and then with just 1 barrel, 1 campfire type of thing. Oh no, though. I just feel like that doesn't look right. Definitely tricky to decide what to do with this area specifically. I mean, it doesn't look bad, but at the same time, a tough decision for sure. Guess we could have it go... Now, 1 more block up would be too high up, I think, so it kind of has to be at this level. Could put it 1 more down, but I'm not sure what that would help either. Guess we could also put like, I know there's 3 leaves looks too high for these cauldron plants. Definitely a tricky situation, but I'll have to just see how it looks from further away. Would it look weird if we place like 2 lanterns on these like stone brick slabs? I mean, I don't think so. We can remove these torches. Obviously get the glowstone in a minute and place them directly under these blocks. Let's go get some glowberries too. I have a couple things I'm trying to finish right now, so I have to keep track. It's kind of difficult. So first step would be glowstone, which is in this chest, the farming chest. Let's get a 16 of those crafted. Let's put away, I guess, stairs. I think I just put away important item a second ago, but I don't know where it is or what it was. I kind of forget. Oh, do we have 1 glowberry? Okay, we should probably start growing that then in here. I think we should be able to bone meal it a bit. Yeah, we can. So we have 6 now. We can just use all of our bone meal, honestly, because we can get more pretty easily. Okay, and then we'll let, like, all these grow in, so we get more. And then I wanted to place... We have string. Like I said, there's a couple ideas I had. I'm trying to remember all of them, and it's tough. So I'm just trying to get them all placed down. Like 2 glowberries here and here. We string them off. Oh, no. I just remembered a tip my friend taught me. You just right-click them and they stop growing. Okay, so that's good for that spot. Need to fix that fence out there still, too. Why don't we just do that? You know, the less things to do, the better. So we need a fence gate right here. That's finally finished. And then I guess, you know, the next best thing is to just go get this glowstone placed and just have it be done with. And then I can think of the next thing. We're just going to place it directly below, like, no leaf or anything, because you can't see it really at all. Especially from, like, the outside angle, which is what I'm trying to build with in mind. And I don't think we need any more lighting up here. I mean, we definitely could sneak in a little bit somewhere, I'm sure, but again, I'm not sure where that would be. Oh, this is the outside, okay. I mean, we could throw one in here so it kind of shines through the door a bit. And then for the animal area, I kind of thought it'd be nice to have a little bit of a change in the wall. This would be a hard change to make because there's animals in there, but if we go down there with some of this andesite, I want to replace the whole backside of the wall with andesite instead of this. So if we just go through here and replace it 1 block at a time, then we can do the bottom later or something, I don't know. I think having a full andesite wall, it's basically the same as stone, but it will add some texture, just a different color or detail in there, if that makes sense. So I think overall it will look a little bit cooler and better just having some sort of minor difference behind these animals. But again, you know, I'm not the best builder, I could be wrong. Maybe this is not worth the time or effort. Let me know in the comments, guys, if you have any critiques on any of the builds in general. I always, I'm trying to learn and be better at building, but it's a hard thing to master. But hopefully I'm getting better. I've gotten some compliments saying I've definitely improved over time. But I think it's true to an extent. I definitely have a lot of things I have to work on still in terms of building. Okay, that is the top 3 blocks replaced with the andesite. The wall is Like the wall, but the roof is kind of messed up because we don't really know. I think we want to keep this grass, so I guess it isn't messed up then. It just looks like it could be messed up because it just doesn't really have like any specific way that it's built. So it comes off of as being a little bit weird, I would think. And then we can probably start replacing this whole floor too, because I think we have the time. Yeah, this room ended up looking okay. I'm happy with it. And then what is left here? This is just the farm. Yeah, well, we can get the wheat, but I think we don't have to do anything to this area either, except maybe place some flowers around, which we would do later. There's a wandering trader right there, but I don't have any emeralds. I guess we could just see for fun, what are they trading? Yeah, I mean, none of that interests me even in the slightest. So I am definitely okay. Wandering trader. If I could just get up now. There we go. Okay. Up. Took me long enough. I almost just fell all the way down. I wanted water bucket clutch though. And even if I didn't, we wouldn't have died. Alright, so I must say I'm very, very happy with how this base is turning out. I think it looks amazing. But kind of facing a little bit of a block of what to build next, which is completely okay. Because I can continue doing the floors inside. And I can go ahead and place some flowers on the outskirts of the base and start making the outside look better too. But we're going to start with the inside and all these floors. Just to honor the fact that I'm putting more effort into these interiors. Let's not do that right there. That actually looks kind of bad. You know, I guess we don't really have that many walls in the base that even need to be filled in or floors left. Like, there really isn't a lot. I mean, there's some, of course, so I'll go through and fix a bit of it. But it seems like we're going to have plenty of time to build something new, so I'm going to have to really start thinking about that. What should we add in and where? I don't know. Like I said, it's going to be a tough choice, but hopefully it'll be something that looks good. And for this, I'll stop and leave it as stone for up to this point. I think that just makes more sense. I guess we can do the whole roof too. You know, except like one stone block that I didn't have enough room for. This hallway is actually already finished with the full stone brick now. And then this room. I might leave this as stone though, I'm not 100% sure, because the stone still looks fine. But like I said, it's definitely something I haven't like 100% made up my mind on what I'm going to do about. Okay, so here is the base. I kind of took a little bit of a break, and I feel like I've done that a couple times in the past where I kind of skip and then there's like something like half built already. It's kind of like the joke off-camera mining, but the reason I do it, I just want to clarify too, is because it's hard for me to build a shape while commentating, and sometimes I redo the shape. So if I commentate while building one shape and then it ends up being completely different, it feels kind of weird. So I kind of just went up there, I made the shape, I found a spot, and I think this looks good with the overall angle. This isn't the real angle, by the way, that's why some things look weird, but I think that another circle that's smaller than this bottom circle, upward from it, I think just the shapes together are going to look okay. So I decided to put one there. We have a lot of work to do on it still, though. It's literally just the outline right now. I just got all my steak on my chest too, so we have a bunch of steak to eat, and then I kind of sorted my inventory if I could, like as best as I can. So we're gonna have a little bit of an easier time building, hopefully. I mean, we don't have much inventory room still, but if we can make our way up here a little bit. We don't have the way to get in here yet, of course, but we can make it soon. I also want to finish placing the overhang grass on here, because I guess I never technically finished that. So yeah, there we go. We can place that in now. Something like that will be more than okay, I think. And this actually ended up looking a little weird from far away, so can we just like change it to right here maybe? It actually kind of works like a staircase if I do that. I did just fall down. Gotta stack back up here just a tad. Okay, and then we can continue building this. The sides we will have to bring up a little bit, and then the roof blocks. We obviously want somewhat of a grass roof here, overhanging the whole thing, just where it looks like it's in the mountains. So gonna have to bring all of this out a little bit. We did run out of dirt, but the good news is that we have to mine a bunch of dirt, so we're gonna get more. And if we need more, we have more in our chest that we can get it when we're down there again. So let me just start mining this out. I also don't know what we're gonna build in this room yet. Maybe a storage room or something of the sorts. Maybe a lookout since it's so high up. Like I said, I've not decided yet, but the first step to deciding is to dig it all out and build it. And I think we'll probably do spruce for the floor again. That's just what always looks best, so we can start placing that in immediately right down here on these 5 blocks. I don't know though. We're gonna have these be the floor blocks or the wall blocks. I think for this layer we'll go with the floor blocks, honestly. Why not? And then this will jump right to the wall. We could make those stairs again too though, but we might benefit from having them be flat. Then we can have the mountain kind of go around like this, which ends up looking pretty good in my opinion. Perfect. On this side, we could actually have these down a block, right? Yeah, I think we could put a mountain like that instead, because the stairs are sticking out. If anything I'm saying doesn't make sense, it's okay. This is what I mean. Those are the stairs, so it can be dirt right here. So it doesn't, the mountain above it doesn't have to be like as pushed out dramatically. Like I said, if that doesn't make sense, it's okay. It's just I'm trying to build the outerior of this as best as I can. I think instead of outerior, a better term is structure, though. That's what I'll go for at least. And, you know, you could tell this is way smaller than the other rooms, because we already have this thing already mined out to, like, 5 blocks back. I don't know how far we're gonna mine it back, though, but I'm starting with at least these 4 blocks. And there's some more coal, which, of course, like I've said, is always wanted by me. We could probably take our gold boots off, but then again, I don't know where my iron ones went, so we're leaving them on for now, then. Then this will be a wall once again. Are we out of stone brick now, too? Okay, we are, so we definitely have to go down for a trip to our chest room soon here. But I'm gonna finish building as much of the structure of this thing as I can. I did bring some stone, I think, though, so we can stay up and finish a couple more of the walls. I'm mining all this coal, which I might have to use stone on, though, but I just want to get all of the, like, this one vein here. Okay. I guess we actually don't even need that much stone brick to finish just the walls we have so far. Like 5 blocks. Yeah, it's already done. And then so far, this is what it is looking like. Alright, I'm back up here. I placed some chests a second ago because I was testing to see if we can make a chest room here that is able to be seen from far away. And the answer was yes. So let me steal these for I don't waste any wood. So how do I make a really good looking chest room? That would be my question here. I think we need to square this out first of all. So how am I going to do that? Well, you guys will see because I do have an idea. This isn't going to be 2 floors or anything. This whole thing will be 1 room. So let's continue mine this back at least 1 more block for the time being. Just a couple more pieces of stone, and then I will accomplish that goal. Then I want to craft up a couple of, what is it called? I don't know, whatever I'm making right now. A spruce stair. And then probably place them in like this. Not too close, but not too far away from the window too. That's about the best middle point I think we'll be able to find. And then right around here we could have, since it's all flat, we can have the starting of a chest room. So we could probably swap into some spruce wood like this. So yeah, it indents a block. It already gives it more texture, I think. Makes this whole thing look a little bit better. And then we probably, I might use moss behind the chest, add in some extra green. Because, you know, I'm just trying to make this build as colorful as possible. And then this would connect up as like a secondary extra beam, just to have this whole chest room just feel connected in the first place. And then we would need a way to get up here, of course, so I'm thinking a door right here would be the best way to accomplish that. So let me try to finish the door right now, too. That might be my, I don't know, not my, you know, I don't know the word, it's okay, though. My #1 priority, where we can actually get up and down easier. So the first thing I kind of want to get done here is get the just general area ready to be, well, I guess not ready to be, but ready to have moss placed in these walls, which I basically already have. And then I'll probably place in a full layer of glowstone above here, just so we have like a bunch of light on the chests. I think that'll make it look better as well. But to continue, we kind of have to empty our inventory, and we gotta grab the moss from our chests. So I'm gonna go do those 2 things really fast. Just gotta throw some of this junk out. We do not need more cobblestone, which honestly is probably a good thing that we don't need more of it, because we have gotten a lot so far. Also, I found out where we need to dig down for the ladder. So I'm going to craft some ladders up, and we're going to try and finish this so we can connect our whole base up and we don't have to kind of like jump and climb hills to get places. It should be in this block below me, like 4 or 5 more blocks if I had to guess. And maybe I dug it wrong. I always say that, but you know, I see stone behind me, but it is taking a really long time too, so I may have actually dug it wrong this time. Oh no, I did. What is this? Oh no, I dug it wrong. Well, I told you it would happen eventually. Let me try to fix this. I don't know where I dug what wrong, but I can recheck my coordinates. Okay, it was actually just like in this, like, where we started seeing the stone. It was right here is where I was supposed to dig out. So we can have the wall come up to here. We can have 2 of these wood blocks be the flooring. And then we can have stone brick on these sides, but of course it's not as important. Obviously we still could do it because I want the base to look as good as possible, but at the end of the day, it's literally the inside of like a ladder, so do we really need to go through the effort of placing stone brick instead of stone? I don't think so. So I'm going to leave most of it like that. We can fix this little hallway though, because I mean, that's something we're going to see more often, because that's where we come up from. And we're out of stone brick, but again, that is fine, because we can definitely get more. And now, okay, moss time. Let me go get some. And then the room this leads us into is the room with the 2 floors. Okay, yes. That means to get down, we've got to go around this way. Let's throw that ladder in the corner so I don't have to carry it. And then we can break this dirt that we kind of griefed earlier by accident. And it looks like we're missing a pillar block right there. I don't know what happened to that. Oh yes, my glow berries are growing. We'll have to break these eventually, but for now we can just have a bunch of glow berries in the middle of the base. I genuinely don't really mind that much. And then we probably need more wood, right? So I would say if we could craft up, that was a little bit of a fail, but if we could craft up some more chests, just with some of the dark oak we have extra, 34, it probably should be enough, and if it isn't, we could always craft more, definitely. And then what else do we need to finish that chest room? I wonder if we should go with like some furnaces as a design too. So can we craft up some of those just to kind of test around and see what our options are? Okay, I mean, I'm probably forgetting something because I usually am forgetting something. It's hard to get everything you need on the first try, but I think I have most of the building blocks I wanted to try to decorate this room we just built. And I went up the wrong way. Okay, this is this one. Definitely a little bit complicated. So the first design idea would be to have the moss just regularly all over the place in all the chests. It's a lot of chests to have, but then the second kind of idea would be instead... Also, I just realized we forgot the glowstone that's supposed to go up top here. So we'll have to get that in a second. Like I said, the odds that we didn't forget something were pretty low. And then we could have crafting tables and furnaces indented a block. And then a couple of chests. That might make more sense. Or we could do like literally full on chests. That is the decision we're kind of stuck at making at the moment. So let me see how each one looks. Also, should we shorten this pillar? I feel like 5 chests is just a little bit too high. But then again, I don't know, what would we shorten it to? It might look bad either way. So we have this weird top we have to do something with. Or actually, no, I don't know. Let me get my glowstone, because I feel like we can't really see what's going on right here. And having glowstone would definitely help with that. Oh, I fell. Wait, I think I had glowstone on me. I just missed it in my inventory, because we have 29 now. And I'd only just used a stack, which would have been 16. We may have not had enough either way, so at the end of the day, it may have not been a waste of time at all. And where am I going? Let's shove our head in these, not in these, but in this area. Place a bunch of glowstone, and then... You know, we could, it's going to take some more crafting, but we could make just like a really quick fence, and then place in, I'll just throw those sticks out for now. Oh, that'll block our doorway, but it will help light this place up without the torches. And we can move the doorway to this block, which again, you know, wouldn't be a big deal. This might be touching the outside though, like, can we technically break this dirt? Okay, we can't break this one, but again, I would rather the outside look better than the inside, so I really don't care if it looks a little bit odd. Okay, there we go, that's fixed. And then the lighting problem is kind of figured out, I would say. Yeah, I think the problem with this is it looks too ginormous, so there's one way I know that we could fix that pretty easily, which would be to, of course, lower this down 1 block, which I guess would look like something like that. Yeah, okay, and then for... Obviously, you know, there's going to be a huge hole in the roof, so, like, the question would be, what do we do about that, then? Because it just puts us in, like, this awkward spot. But my answer to that question would be, well, my answer to that question would be I have to go get more stone brick, because we're out. But before we do that, I think we're going to go with this new design anyway, so we can break these old chests. And there we go. I can go ahead and place in the lower glowstone right here. I don't really need glowstone, so I'll just leave all this sitting here. I don't mind too bad. We can place some blocks here to block this in, to maybe prevent some spawns if they're possible. And then, I wonder, what does the spruce above look like? Yeah, I think definitely we don't want spruce there, but this is a way better shape. Like, the other one was just too tall, honestly. I didn't like it. But let me go get the stone brick I'm missing and put away some of this stuff that we don't really need anymore. Like moss, we should be done with that. We can keep a stack though. And then stone is what we need. It looks like we actually don't have any though, so let me melt 2 more stacks. Definitely want to keep up on that. And we are out of coal and 1 charcoal furnace. Let me just combine it. Yeah, 2 more stacks should be enough, but, you know, we could just do 3, because why not? Better safe than sorry. And then with this stone brick, we're just going to go ahead and craft, I think 2 sets of stairs. That will be enough to do the idea I want to do. So that means 12 stone brick. And then we place it right above here. Kind of the same thing we did below, but up top. And as you can see, it kind of just rounds that out and makes it look a lot better. So let me throw out some of this garbage now, where there's not a bunch of random items sitting all over the place. And I think this room is pretty done. Like, I'm happy with this. This is a good chest room. And I am aware there's a valid argument here that would be the chest room is in a very unideal spot, like all the way at the top. And I would counter that with my previous point of I'm trying to get better at every room doesn't need to make sense. So we can probably keep using the chest room down here. I mean, we don't need a chest room for the last 10 days anyway, but will the chest room look better up there? Will it, I mean, I guess will it look better is the only question. And I mean, yeah, I think it does. So I'm going to try to put the logic aside that our chest room is at the top of a base through like 3 ladders and 2 doorways, and more so focus on the point that we built something with the purpose of it looking better, and I think we succeeded in that, so I'm proud of that alone. Anyways, I think we need some glass next, so could we perhaps do that? Yeah, we can. I think this will be 47 seems like enough, but I would rather have more than need to come get more again. So let's just get 63 so we can go up there and finish it. Then there might be like one more design or 2 or decoration, but I think that room is mostly done. Okay, and then let's start with the bottom 2 blocks. And then let's do the top 2. I'm not actually going to go back inside my base when we finish placing these. I'm going to hop out to the side. So let's place all but 1. And then there we go, that is finished. I mean, you can't really see anything from here, but right, that is done. The sides are all going in very nicely. So what we're going to do now is go ahead and place a couple of flowers scattered around these areas, because I used to do this in videos a lot. I kind of relaxed on it though, because I mean, I was just in my like spam red and green everywhere phase, which, you know, isn't a bad idea to follow, but I think I was overdoing it. But I don't think placing a couple here and there and sprucing this mountain up a little bit with some nice red and pink, I think that will probably be overall beneficial. We're going to need some bones too to do the bone meal if we want some short grass, but at least as a start, we can run through here and place a couple of rose bushes. Just have to make sure I put them spread out enough so it looks natural. Like, I'd say if we mine 2 of these out and place one here, that's going to look better. Yeah, there we go. I feel like a red one would fit here. And then is this part of the mountain pretty much done with their flowers? I would think so. Unless we want some more on the top here, which, you know, wouldn't be a terrible idea again. Place like 2 on there on the very peak. And I mean, that looks good to me, honestly. You know, to get some easy bone blocks, I might go in the nether really quick because I'm trying to finish this build. We kind of need more bones. I'll check my chest first, but I think we were out. Oh, we're actually not out yet. 4 more, but 4 is only 12 total, which is definitely not enough, unfortunately. So let's put away some of our stuff, and I'll go peek my head in the nether and see if we find some sort of biome we can use. If not, we can find some skeletons tonight, which is not coming that soon, it seems, but that does give us enough time to go to the nether really quick too. So it's probably for the best. I'm trying to rush this, so let me go up there and do it quick. I think I got everything I need. So we go up to the portal room and we light it again and go in. Alright, so are there any skeletons? Or is there soul sand valleys or anything we can use? Or are we going to have to wait for skeletons tonight? This side looks very empty of any skeletons or anything useful we'll be able to use. So let's check the other side. Please be a soul sand valley. We really need it right now. This side looks pretty empty too, but I might run just a little bit because it looks pretty easy to navigate. So if there is a soul sand valley, I'm down to walk to like a couple 100 blocks. It's just I don't want to run in one direction with no promise of ever finding one, which seems like that's what I would be doing right now. Oh no, there's a soul sand valley down there. Okay, well, we probably need some more blocks to build with like netherrack, so let's get some of that quickly here. And let me bridge across down here to get down there. Oh, okay. We're gonna have to bridge back up too, so collecting netherrack will be just as important as getting bones, or we won't be able to get back. Because we have to go down a lot to get there, seemingly. Oh yeah, it's a long walk still, but it shouldn't take too long. This is definitely better than waiting for skeletons to spawn, because skeletons don't even give you like any bones. It takes a very long time, and this way we just need a couple bone blocks and we're literally set. I'm gonna bridge straight across the lava. A little bit of a speed bridge, just cause. Can we kill a ghast? Is it gonna keep shooting us? It Depending on the angle, we can actually keep bridging. Okay, let's save that time. Let's jump. We're gonna survive with very little health. Maybe wasn't the best or safest option, but like I said, you know, we've got to get these bone blocks quick. We've got no time to waste. I'm gonna get some more netherrack for when we do stack back up, though. And then we're gonna, of course, get those bone blocks here in just a second. And then, how much bone meal will this give us? I'm gonna chop all of it down, then turn it into bone meal to check. Or I guess if it's 9 per block, 9, 18, 27. So it's like 7 blocks would be a stack. Is that true? Oh, I had some already, I guess. But yeah, that's gonna be enough then for the rest of this. If there's some really close, I'll get it too. But we can just go up with this much. We don't need that many flowers. Yeah, I mean, if we really, really need more, can we just come back like really quickly? I mean, I would think so. Okay, this gas is being really annoying. So I guess we probably can't stack up that way. Can we just deflect the fireball at it? Oh, I've hit my bridge. This might take a few tries. Okay, well, I did hit it and got returned to sender, so let me get up to my bridge again. That's gonna take like the rest of our netherrack. But it's not like we don't have enough cobblestone in our base, so I don't mind if we use this 31. And then we had to stack up this way, which our cobblestone will complete. And then we should be able to just run straight back to our base from here. Like, I don't think there was another cliff or anything. And we're back. I think we have enough glowstone, so I'm not going to get it right now. Do we have a water bucket? We do. So we can put out the portal when we go back in. Hopefully it doesn't break this time. But like I said, I think a fireball hit the inside of our portal. Yeah, and it broke it, so I put it in a different spot. That was so weird. So I've got to find my way outside of the base then again. Pretty fast. And then we can bone meal these flowers. And yeah, I mean, I'll just start placing them all around the base. We can actually leave through this doorway right here and just place these back, because that puts us at a perfect spot to continue placing flowers and stuff. I'm gonna try to get like a stack of rose bushes. Okay, there we go. Pretty loud on the mouse, but I assume we're gonna use a full stack of rose bushes. And then could we get up to a stack of lilacs? Those are like the two most important and the best looking in my opinion. Alright, and then if we need any more, we obviously have the 51 left, and we can use that to pitch short grass down later too. You can also bone meal short grass, so again, I'm not too worried about that part. Let me just go sporadically place these all around in random positions. I think we're actually too low to even place them. Or actually, I don't think we're too low. But we can place them on this incline right here. Kind of want to hide the red. I mean, this is good so far, yeah. Oh yeah, this block has to be working too. I've been meaning to do that for a while now, so I'm glad I finally did it. We can place some more rose bushes on the way up. This part we already did, so I think we're good here. We can go down in this ledge zone, place like, you know, one red, one lilac, maybe like a purple one right here. I'm not trying to overdo it again. Like I said, you know, that's something I definitely did in previous videos. If you go look at my other thumbnails, you might be able to see some of it. And maybe I'm over-exaggerating, I don't know. I just feel like I overused it very badly. And what about the top? Yeah, one here, one here. I'm just gonna do most of this off camera now, I think, because I'm trying to place them like in spots that make a lot of sense, which obviously takes a lot of thinking. And I'm also gonna go around and place some short grass and stuff. So the chests are not rendering in, but they will in like the thumbnail and replay shots, I bet. I just don't have a mod installed for it right now. My entity render distance is down too, but I placed in some random leaves and stuff, as you can see. I think this is a pretty good ending point for the base. I want to do and check like 1 or 2 more things though, but I just want to show off that I did place in a bunch of flowers, a bunch of bone, a bunch of grass, and I think I got to a point where I'm pretty happy. Again, this is a kind of a bad angle, but there you go. I stacked up with some grass, and this is a little bit more realistic to what the build is actually going to look like in a thumbnail. But if I look around here, I don't see much I can change. There's also animals you can't see right now. Again, my render distance is a little messed up. The lava, the nether portal being activated. There's nothing that stands out to me that I could do. We could try to add some more glow berries, I think would be one thing, on maybe that left hanging farm. But other than that, you know, I think we built a pretty good base. So I guess the idea would be something like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. We just shear all of those and then bone meal some lights onto them. I think that could be what I'm looking for. If I also jump down here, we of course have these 2 things we can put the probably just max berries on, honestly. And if we want to just stick the glow berries in 1 or 2 more spots, I think right down here would be a perfect spot to have some hanging like 2 blocks, 1 there, or maybe a 3 and then a 2, and then bone meal some more because I want to place a couple more. Maybe like a 2 and a 1 here as well. And then bone meal both of those up. Shear them so they stop growing. Oh, you have to do that first. Okay, that makes sense. And then let's go do that to the other side. Shear both of these, bone meal them, and let's put another berry at the top of that one. Okay, a bunch of berries grown in, and I just broke my old bridge because the video is over, so we don't really need it anymore. And here is the view without any special render distance or zoom in, whatever. Okay, I mean, yeah, I am happy with this. I love building the side of cliffs, so I gotta keep doing this in future videos, but I'll have to make some spin-offs on it, I guess, because we can't just do the exact same thing every video. But I think I will end it off there, so if you guys did enjoy the video, it would be greatly appreciated if you like it, subscribe, share it with a friend if you think they would be interested in videos like this. You can watch them while you work, while you sleep. If you want to watch another video personally, just like this one, there should be one on the screen now. YouTube personally thinks you will enjoy it. It's a special feature, best for your account, the videos you've watched of mine. So I mean, if you believe in the algorithm, it means that that video is one you will definitely enjoy. But either way, click that video. I'll see everyone in the next one. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. I'm really happy with this base too. Double goodbye again? Yeah, goodbye everybody.